Risky behavior.
The views and opinions expressed on this channel are solely those of the host and guest and are intended for entertainment and discussion purposes only. This channel does not promote bias, hatred, or discrimination of any kind. All questions posed and thoughts shared are part of a critical thinking exercise and are not meant to offend or judge any individual or group. We encourage respectful dialogue and love for all. Please remember to think critically and engage thoughtfully. We aim to foster a positive and inclusive community where everyone feels welcome. Thank you for being a part of Risky Behavior ENT.
Risky behavior.
No.
I hear what you're saying, but also I hear what Ant, right? And
I
I
hear what
see
I'm
her.
saying too,
I
but
see
do you
her.
hear
I
what
see
I'm
her front.
saying?
She want an essay, bro.
No, no, no,
So
no,
let
no,
me
no.
ask
It's not
you.
what I say.
I'm just
Okay.
playing. I'm just
Just like I
messing
said,
with
no, it's okay, and I could take a joke, but and I'm not trying to control a man. What I'm trying to do or to bring up or
I
highlight
got
is
you.
that not every time you're gonna come home to me, and not every single day you're gonna come home to me.
I got
There's sometimes the day ends with you on the phone to me and I'm saying, babe, I miss you.
you.
What are you
Okay.
gonna say to me? I got you. No, you're not gonna say I got you when I'm saying I miss you. I want you to be right here and you
All right.
can't be right here right
I'll
now.
give you a description. I'll give you a description. I'm more than capable of communicating a description, right? Okay. It could be something as simple as, all right, look, you miss me. Well, look, I got something. Look, I'm switching some things around tomorrow. Be ready for 8. We're gonna go to dinner. We're
Thank
gonna go out.
God.
We're gonna
That's
go
all
to
I was
We're
looking
gonna go. Look,
for.
look. I'm taking you to the botanical garden. And we're gonna do a dinner at Ruth's Chris.
Yeah, a little
You know what I'm
a
saying? We're gonna do
picnic.
something like that.
I'm a picnic kind of girl. I want simple. I don't want the avalanche. I don't want a 5 star. I just want
See,
your time.
see. Hey, Simon. You see what? Hey, Kelly. I
I
ain't
see you,
tripping,
Ant.
huh?
I see you. I see you.
You see,
No, no,
I
no. Okay,
told her,
maybe
look. I told,
okay,
look. This
okay.
is
I
what
just
we
stop doing
doing.
that.
But
Okay,
then she
it's
shoot
true.
back. But then
It's
she
true.
shoot back and
It's
tell me,
true.
oh, well, look.
It's
I
true.
don't want
It's
it like
true.
this.
Okay.
I don't want it.
I'm
I don't
sorry.
want it
Okay,
like
I'm
that.
sorry. I'm learning. I'm still wounded. Okay, I'm learning. Okay, I'm
I'm
learning
making
for a
time
man
for you, baby. Like, look, you said you miss
yeah.
me. I'm
I'm
carving a
learning.
time out.
Right. I'm learning for man to take care of me. Because I've always been in a place of, yeah, a man don't really know how to take care of a fragile being. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm learning to, like, relax. Because
There we
truly,
go.
when I talk to my friends, I do want that experience where a man just
Mm.
buys a dress and he's like, put on it for 8, I'm going to pick you up. Or the car's outside, put on the dress I told you, meet me at blah, blah, blah place. I do want that experience, but there's a part of me that is like, you're just chatting. You're just saying that because you want to look good. You wanna
But
you
but
wanna feel
then
like you're that guy.
but wait, Jay, hold on, Jay, pump the brakes. So now in one breath you was like, oh, I need you to tell me and describe to me, and now you just saying, oh no, you just so even if I told you it's something inside you wouldn't even believe it. That's why I said we not talkers. I will show you better than I can tell you.
Yeah, but I do
Be
still
ready
need
for 8
to
tomorrow.
hear it though. At because you can tell me now, and then I say, oh yeah, in my head I'm gonna say yeah, yeah. He just and then you show up and you actually do what he said. Then now the next time you tell me, Janelle,
You know what?
remember the last time? Remember the last time when I told you at 8 and I was there for 8 and I said, yes, that's true, babe.
Nah, she
And then
she
I would
mm,
change.
mm,
No, I'm telling you, I would change my attitude towards that because you're not the first place. And that's the reason why I'm doing therapy before I get in my next relationship because of exchanges like this. That's
great
the reason why
job.
I'm doing my work before I get in a relationship because there is places where I do want a man to catch me like how you're catching me, but
Hmm.
I do feel resentment or the restriction, the pushback,
The resistance,
the
the resistance. Yeah,
uh
yeah.
the pushback where a man is trying to give me confidence, and I'm like saying the confidence is either not enough or
Hmm.
you're you're capping. You know what I mean? Do you really want to give
Better.
me that kind of?
So check this out, Jay. So this would be the look. If I were dealing with, with you hypothetically, I wouldn't even give you a look. If you were to tell me, hey, look, you want to spend some time, I would just straight up tell you, be ready tomorrow for 8. We're going out, and then I'll show you a good time. I wouldn't even go into detail and everything because I think what a lot of women these days, what they miss the mark on doing is just sitting back and allowing somebody to show you who they are instead of you just pre-assuming and like just assuming who they are to begin with and coming in without good faith. You see what I'm saying? Just allow people to
Yeah,
show you who they are.
that's just a place of fear. That is nothing towards you as a man. And sometimes a lot of the ones that you do say they come off a bit controlling or masculine is because it's a fair thing. Like a man don't normally on an everyday basis be trying to catch you like that, trying to support you like that, trying to realign himself to be your backbone when you're feeling down. You know what I mean? So there is that bit of now I have to catch myself, kind of like what Pretty's saying about being. She's always been independent since she was 16. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if you've always been a place of I always have to do it for me, and then there's a person that always say, nah, I'm willing to do it for you. To believe that you're truly going to do it for me, knowing all of my life, for let's say 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, I've been doing it all for me, and you come on the floor, my front door knocking, saying, you know, I want to wipe your floor today. And I said, yeah. And he's like, yeah, I want to wipe your floor. I'm going to come back tomorrow. Am I going to sit down and wait for you to come back tomorrow to do it? No, I'm going to do it because I've been doing this for 25 years. So now I have to learn when you come back tomorrow and you said,
But
I came
Jay,
to mop your floor. You know what I mean?
then now you missed the opportunity to see if this man's a man of his word. See what I'm saying? Even
That's
though you
it.
could do it, sometimes there's power. Wait, hold on. Let me tell you. Sometimes your power is in just because you could don't mean you should. Because it could be done at any time by you. But see if somebody's a man of their word.
You don't self sabotage
Facts.
yourself.
I
And so,
am.
and
I'm
check this
not
out, Jay.
enemy.
Check this out, Jay. Right. So let me give you an example. Right. So I'm currently deployed right now. Right. And I'm not with my fiance. And she told me about some things. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not physically there. You know, to show her, aspects of love and appreciation or whatever. Right. So what did I do? Right. Verbally, I consult her and everything like that. Right. But also, on the other hand, I'm like, okay, she don't feel love. She don't. Well, in the aspect she was missing the physical touch, whatever. I called, listen, I got her a bouquet of flowers and some, you know, arrangements, right? So that's how a man could basically show he appreciates you without him being there, without his presence being there, right? So it's just a thoughtful gesture. So that's another aspect to add on what Ant was saying that man do. You feel me?
Yes, I hear it. I think that's what's more what I was looking for because um to me, going on a dinner, I'm around people. Like, them times when the girl's normally saying she miss you, she wants the physical touch, she wants TLC. So like a massage or something personal gift is what she really looking for. Something to say, send it through the wind, I love you. I'm still here, I'm still thinking about you, that kind of thing. You know? But yeah. Well, apologies, Alex, again. I'm still healing. That was what we were talking about before you came, Alex. So I'm still in, trigger state. Because, yeah.
Wait, who's Alex?
Sorry, Ant. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
I'm still in
I like I refreshed the
I
room to
was
see if
looking.
there
I
was
was
an
like, who's
Alex in here.
Ant?
I was like,
Don't you
okay.
I
ever
was like, who's that?
I refreshed the room.
sorry, and I'm still in a trigger state because we were talking about something very vulnerable before you came in. When you were like, "Oh, what are we talking about?" Yeah, we were talking about something very vulnerable for me.
Yeah, I
So I'm still
understand.
in that place of yeah. But
Yeah,
I'm
you
working on
good.
it. Don't worry, I'll get there. Give me about another year, and I'm that come like he. I just grab him real quick. When he told me to sit down, I say, "Okay," you know what I mean? Easy,
Oh,
yeah.
hell no.
That's
Don't
interesting.
become like that.
That's
Hey, brother,
interesting.
you crazy, man. You are crazy.
Hey, 24 years old too, though. It's 24, so
No, but I'm also submissive. So that place of the rah that I'm giving back to him is from a place of fear. It's not because I feel like in a natural, if he was in front of me and he told me that, I feel like I would. But it's a place because I've been triggered already that I'm talking from a place of like fear, like you know what I mean. But if
nah, man. That's how you
yeah,
is.
if
That's
you
how you
actually interact me like that, I think I would um take to what he's saying put on the clothes, get ready for 8. We're going to have dinner. And then maybe I would tell him that conversation when we're at dinner saying, babe, like I wanted something a bit more intimate. But then to him, he might think, oh, so that does that mean that you don't appreciate the 5-star? And then then I wouldn't know how to word it to him, because by him it sounds like if I said that to him, it might come off, you don't appreciate the effort that I've made.
Yeah, you think too much.
Is that
You just need to let
wrong?
go.
Yeah, but that's a lot of trust. That's a lot of trust, Alex, and that takes time to build with a
I'm
girl.
not Alex.
You know what I mean? Okay, Alex, you might be different, Alex, but I haven't met a lot of Alex. You know
Who?
what I mean? I love ants. Sorry, I love ants. Sorry, I
Yeah, she trolling. This
haven't
nigga
Alex.
trolling.
I thought.
Sorry. I love ants, right? I haven't met a lot of ants in my time, and the 1 or 2 ants that I've met, I rejected them when they were ready to accept me. I wasn't ready for them. So now that I'm working a place of being ready for the
You
next
blew
ant,
it?
Sounds like you need to go make a
I
phone call.
did.
Go call that
Listen,
dude,
Oh my
remember,
man.
god.
Go call that fella. Go call that good old chap.
Call that bloke. Call that
I'm done.
bloke.
And there was, remember the story that I was telling you, how I was saying to him, "Can I get Uber?" And he was like, "Yeah, that's fine." And then he gave me his phone and he said, "Buy whatever you want," right? You know, he's a giver from the jump. Like, that was the first time us meeting up and everything. Like, and the next day he was like saying, "I want to see you again." Like, that's a gentleman. He checking in, you good, da 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 da. I
What
had
you
no
say?
worries, but I just told him I don't want to, and he was like, "Oh wow, what happened?" I just
Blew
blocked
it.
him.
So you see you don't know how to
Yeah,
accept it.
you.
That's another
That's
problem too.
riding. I ain't gonna lie. That was cold, man.
That is
That was
cold.
terrible. That
You know
was
why? Because in that place, I was so hurt. I didn't want to be put back in a place where you could get me pregnant again, and I could trust you again wholeheartedly, feel like you're gonna protect me, and then tomorrow when I'm pregnant, you're telling me something else because I'm pregnant. I wasn't
but you
healed,
told
and I still
but you
ain't
told
healed.
him that
Oh,
he can't
man.
trust you. You told him that it's not
A
work.
lot.
It's
I
not
ain't
gonna
gonna
work.
lie.
You told him that shit. So what you think he gonna do?
Say again, sorry.
I said you told him that it's gonna fail. You didn't have no faith in the situation. That's crazy. You just out here moving. You just moving aimlessly.
No. In that time of my life, I was dropping good things. I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying to you. It's not that even with my child, good things hasn't come to me. Even with my child, even when he was young, good thing was coming to me. When I say to you, I could have been married by now. I could have been married by now. Probably even have another 1 and 2.
But
Probably have house.
don't say that though, because that's like it's not factual. You know what I'm saying?
No. But what I'm trying to say is, if I took that option seriously, even because of saying the man he wanted to get to know me further,
And
and
that's hard to
I
come by.
was the one.
I ain't gonna lie to you. That's hard
Yeah,
for a man
and
to
I
want to get to
was,
actually know a woman. That's hard.
and I was the one who blocked it off and said, "Nah, I can't do it." Like, I couldn't open up about myself at that time.
Then why was you dating? You was doing saying you was
Because I was moving out of trauma. I wasn't dating. I was sleeping around. I wasn't dating, sleeping around. But
I mean,
along
I
the
know what you
way,
were doing here.
along the way, I met a good person, and I hurted him along the way. Like, I was a bad breed in his story. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, and I'm sorry I hurt him to this day. But it just, yeah, I was a
Nah,
bad person
you
in
need
his
to
story.
contact him and and tell him
I
that.
don't I don't
You
know where to find the number, because if I could find the number, I would apologize
go on
to
your
him.
block. You said you blocked it. Go on your block list.
hey
No,
see you
no,
don't
no,
want a
I
good
don't think he
man.
has picture. No, I don't think he has picture. I think he had one of those ones where he does use it just to talk. You know, he
Hey,
wasn't
see
really like a.
you don't want a good man because you don't even have his number. You completely
Crazy,
erased him
but
out your
I don't
life.
want to go find. Listen, I'm in a place now, or I'm working to be in the place. I'm not there yet. I'm working to be in the place where
Well, at least
I
you're
could
honest.
open up. Yeah,
At
I
least you're
could
honest.
open up again. Because, to be honest, if a lot of men was honest with themselves and said, "I'm not healed yet, so don't come to me and expect a healed man because I might hurt you along the way. If you're not ready for hurt, don't come to me." If a man was real like that, a lot of women, well, I won't say every woman, because some women will still come cling to him. You know, it's real. But
And
men
vice
are not
versa.
real to get help. To get help. But I'm being real, and you guys are saying, "Oh, I should have go call back that man." But I'm being real. I'm not ready. So if I go call him back and he tried to show me love, just like how I did with Alex right here, I mean with Ant right here, with Ant right here, I'm gonna push back.
See? All right.
So I have to wait until I'm healed and I'm in, more of a place of acceptance, so that when a person like Ant come to me, I said, okay, let me go get myself dressed. I'm running to the shower, dancing.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey, I'm gonna
my
be
man
honest
gonna.
with you.
Hey, yo,
Hey, look,
Jay.
the ant ain't gonna be around.
Ain't gonna be like,
You-
"Pew."
hey, that ant, look,
Skirt,
No, no,
skirt.
no, I'm good.
ant ain't
I'm
gonna be
good. Listen,
around,
listen.
dog.
One thing about me is I can't cry about
Ain't gonna be
decisions that
around.
I've made when it comes to men. I can't cry about a man saying, well,
Cause
when I
a
wanted you,
woman
you
gonna
want
recognize him and show
to
smack king.
You can cry. Let her cry.
No, no, I can cry, but I mean, I can't be upset. I can't be upset if when I'm ready, you're saying to me, nah, I
You
can't.
can.
I can't. Why should I be upset? Why should
Because you
Janelle,
made bad
because my name
decisions.
is not.
Because you made bad decisions and bad choices. Because you chose the
Okay,
path.
I can be upset in that part, but I can't be upset with you. I can only be upset with myself. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not gonna be an aunt because aunt has found and married a wife and has children, and then I'm still here single. Why should I be upset with him? I congratulate him, and I'm happy that he found his home.
You gonna try to
That's what
wreck
I'm
his
gonna
home,
do.
ain't you? You gonna try to wreck it. Be honest.
No,
You
no, no, no,
ain't
no, no,
gonna
no,
wreck my
no.
home.
Because if I wasn't
You
ready in the
won't wreck my
time when I
home.
was ready, huh?
You ain't wrecking my home. I was talking.
Yeah, I ain't wrecking your
I
home.
was talking to Luke.
Hey,
She ain't wrecking my
Yeah.
home, dog.
don't tempt temptation, my man.
No, no, no,
No,
no, no.
I
I
am
ain't
the
tempting nobody.
temptation.
Are you the
No,
temptation?
that's right. Relax, relax, and you know you're big. It's
All
okay.
right.
What's it called? What's it called?
Hey, yo, Jay, question.
Yeah.
So, why are some most, let me say, Caribbean individuals, or West Indian people more like aggressive a little bit, or like,
I
it,
don't know why they said that.
yeah, why are they aggressive
I
a
think
little
that's a
bit?
survival thing. I think that's a survival thing because I remember a man said to me, it will conquer me in my head. I remember this is not my man. This is just somebody, we're doing what we do.
Yeah,
And he said,
you was talking to him.
yeah, I was talking to him like, a little sleep here and there. So he said to me, I met him with his roster, but he's cocky for sheer while mine went for sit right there. That's what he said to me. So that means he can go around and do whatever they do. But
If you accept it,
I
yeah.
I didn't accept it. So he said that he gonna conk me because I didn't
You got
accept it.
cut then. It wasn't worth the sacrifice.
No, no, I ain't getting no conk. I said that's one of the things gonna turn me off. I'm not lie. There's part of me that don't really like the
Hey, but
Jamaican
see
men,
that,
so I
that's
get it.
submissive shit. You just said you
Because
was.
they do make you aggressive. They do make you aggressive. You're not careful. The typical Jamaican man can make you aggressive as a woman, as a protective shield.
Most of them like
Because they are
cutthroat, like West Indian people, like they're most like cutthroat, like really,
yeah.
like
The
they
whole
don't be
world is
Back
cutthroat,
tolerating BS.
home,
man.
back home, they they throw stones and they give you cocoa. Like it's still rugged out there. It's still not like
Hey, you get what you want,
um.
man. You get what you want, man. You
It,
get what you are.
it's not like no, no, no. I don't want to get where I'm at. That's why I'm trying to adjust and change my ways because I don't want what I am. I don't want the pushback. I want you to treat me fragile. So I want to become fragile and soft and feminine and still have boundaries but still be feminine where when a man say and I can trust a man when he say the I have the key and I have the house
Hey,
and you have a place within it, I can believe that I truly have a place in it because he has prepared a bed for me. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Yes, it sounds
a
like a
man gonna treat you
religious
how
quote.
you deserve to be treated, man. Just know that. What you tell him, he listen to what you tell him, your actions, and he gonna
Mm-hmm.
treat you how you supposed to be treated.
Mm-hmm. And how long a man like you wait for? 2 days? 1 to 3 working days.
I mean, it,
Well, what are you
it
talking about?
matters. It
I
matters, you
wasn't.
know.
I wasn't listening. What y'all talking about?
No, you wasn't listening,
We heard
I
that
was
shit.
watching a
And
video.
don't mean nothing.
and I was saying, how long does a man like you wait for? Like 1 to 3 working days? What we
Wait
saying?
for what?
To smash.
Like No, not to smash. No, not to smash. Just in general, because you see, like, okay, let's say
Oh, what?
today. No, in general, like, let's say today we meet. We're talking and da 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 da, and you see it maybe not moving on your pace. Is it a thing where you say on to the next? You know what I mean? What's going on? You see how I gave you a little one two, but you see that I'm still growing. Is it on to the next? You know what I
Hey,
mean?
if you're not my woman, there's no loyalty there. So I'm not really
No,
being
no, 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 no.
deprived.
I'm talking about in a intentional dating scenario. I'm not talking about, oh, you're just casually dating. I'm talking about you're intentional. You're being
You ain't
intentional.
let me cut.
Oh, go, go, go.
You're not letting me cut, and we're being intentional. And I express to you that I want to cover you and protect you and provide for you. And and we're attracted to each other. And we're not cutting. I'm like, she don't like me. She don't like.
Get the fuck out of
I ain't want to do
here.
this shit.
It don't matter what they
The
think or
fuck.
how long they tell you they're willing to wait, girl. That shit is irrelevant. You make them
Hey,
wait as long until you get what you want, which is marriage. The fuck?
Until you're ready, yeah, I heard it. It don't matter because, to be honest, you are the gatekeeper to what it is that you want. Like, if he says you have to do this to get that, you do have a choice if you want to do it, yes or no. But I feel like sometimes this is a toxic part of me. In the past, I used to feel like because he even talked to me, he has access to all the rest just because he gave me time to even.
Shit. No,
Yeah,
ma'am.
that's a,
hey, see,
yeah, that's
he
what I'm saying.
programmed you. He programmed you. You got to deprogram yourself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Definitely, I need to deprogram that because that's not healthy. Because that means any guy, not even the guy that I'm attracted to, can come to me and I just say, "Alright, cool." Just because I did a little 1-2 flirt, you feel like you're entitled
Yes.
now, or I
You
feel
see,
like you're
men
entitled
will fill you out. And if a man is like well versed with women, he gonna be like, oh, this that kind of broad. And he gonna put that strategy into play because he has success with it. So
But I'm better now. I'm better now. When the man comes to my inbox, I know he ain't good for me. I do a 1-2 text, and then I send my little, peaceful, wish you well text, and I block you because, bruh, I can't do it. I feel like when you before, I feel like I gave too much space for you to keep on showing me you're wrong for me, and I just break down and get swallowed.
swallowed up, huh?
Yeah, like become small, like just just become small. But Ant, why you present yourself like that? Why you laugh at that Ant name? He's an Ant. Ant is better than
What's
calling him
up?
Alex.
I'm not
What do you
Alex.
say? Yeah, you're not Alex. That's what I'm saying. It's better than the Alex. So, would you say that you are him? Would you say that? Because I feel like that's what you're giving. You feel like you are him. So any woman that come collect you, she collecting a good one. Or
I'm a
any woman
god.
you,
You heard what I said?
oh my,
I'm a
pretty. You
god.
heard what about today?
Peace, God. Peace, God.
God.
Woo!
But keep in mind,
So what?
but hold up. Keep in
Uh-huh.
mind that God spelled backwards is dog, and I like to be fed. So there's that.
Wait a minute. You cannot put dog synonymous with God. Wait a minute.
Yeah, my unhealthy self will say yes, I want that, but to be honest, I don't want that because I start to think about it. Because I used to say to myself, I want a man to treat me like a gentleman in the street, but in the bedroom, I want him to treat me like a bitch. But that ain't true
What?
because I feel like, yes, that's a toxic part of me. But I realized that could translate into real life because emotions translate when you're being intimate. So if you're gonna treat me like that in the bedroom, you're going to eventually treat me
Hey,
like that
hey,
outside.
see,
That's not
but you
true.
like that though.
But I thought about your question, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Man, about the whole how long will I'm gonna be? That's even though that is important. That's never like that. Never was my goal. You see what I'm saying? So I never really thought about well, if she don't give me sex in this time frame, then I'm gonna just go on to the next one. That's never been on my mind because was never the goal. You know what I'm saying? So I honestly, I couldn't tell you honestly. I'm a big FaceTimer. I'm a big talk on the phone type of person. I'm not really too good at text.
You can wait a year. You can
So
wait a year on
Yeah,
Text is
FaceTime.
important though.
year is a long time. Dang.
I'm no, I don't know, man. I mean, to be honest with you, I the way my life is set up, I allow the woman to, I actually put it on her. Look, make yourself available. Look, we can go out whenever, or look, you could just come around. Come around. You know what
A
I'm saying?
year.
I got my own place to myself and
A
everything.
year, bro.
Yeah, man, I don't know, man. I'm
Ain't no way. Ain't no
shit,
fucking
bro.
way.
I mean, look. I mean, I'm not. I mean, hold on. First off, she wouldn't be the only woman I'm talking
Okay.
to. That's
Okay.
for sure. But
Okay.
I mean, I'm just
You
keep it
telling
a
me
bean,
I
bro.
thank you that
Like,
you said
come
that.
on now.
That,
And
that's
Yeah,
honest
I'm
though.
happy
That's
you said
honesty.
that.
You don't like honesty.
It's honest. It's honest.
yeah.
Yeah.
Come on
No,
now.
no, no, no. It's
You
honest
wouldn't be
so that
the
I can
you
go
wouldn't be the
back.
only woman I'm talking to.
Yes,
I'm talking.
thank you. And I'm happy you said that because I'm a woman. I'm at a place in my life. If when I get to a place where I can trust that man, I want the man to be able to
But we
feel
not
like,
together.
listen, I didn't say we're together. I'm just
No, I'm just saying
establishing what
hypothetically.
I'm
Like,
saying.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he not the
Yeah,
only man either though.
while we're dating, I want it to be, when you're giving me that FaceTime, you can be on that FaceTime 6 hours because you're not trying to check in the next girl behind me to make sure
I'm not
that
about to be on no
she's not
FaceTime for
That's
6 hours with you.
controlling.
I
no,
got
You
money to
you
make.
you you controlling, nigga.
What is it?
exaggeration. I'm just
Oh,
giving an exaggeration of what I mean. Like, I want, you to give me a true chance, you could say, like, not a thing of, oh, on to the next one,
no,
because I
give
feel
yourself a true chance. Step it up. How
And,
about that? What you mean give you a true?
no,
I gave you a chance
no,
when.
no. If
Hold
I'm
on, wait,
dating
wait, wait.
someone,
Listen real
uh-huh,
quick. Hold on, listen real quick. I gave you a
yeah,
chance when I started interacting with you. I was interested. Now you step it up. What we
and I'm
talking
going
about?
to, and I'm going to, but I'm saying as soon as I know that I'm interested, and then you're talking to all these other girls, until I ask you what is it that you're doing with all these girls, I'm going to assume in my head that you might be doing what you shouldn't be doing. I might be
yeah,
wrong,
bro.
Then baby, look, you assume then, baby, because look,
because I might have to ask you to take
who's to say you're
a
the best
mental health
option?
test.
Wait, hold on. Who's to say you're the best option for me? Who's to say that? Who's to say you're the best option for me? Right?
And who's
I'm
to
trying
say
to
you're
get
the
the,
best
I'm
person
trying
for
to get the best,
me?
just like how you trying to get the best. So you might
Yeah,
want to
so,
you might want to do something to stand out your damn self.
and I agree, and
Jay,
I'm
Look,
saying to you,
Jay, hold
Look,
on real
pop
quick.
your ass up
Jay,
at the door and come cook. Look, pop your ass up at my door and come cook me a pot of red beans.
Jay,
Then now we
hold
talking.
see,
on,
this is
and
when I
hold
say
on,
that I
and
am
hold
that
on.
girl, and I've
Jay,
always
Jay,
felt
Jay,
like,
Now we talking.
hold on,
nah.
y'all.
Hey,
Hold
you gotta show. You
on,
gotta show a
Jay.
motherfucker. You hear? You don't be listening.
Jay,
Shit, pull up
hold
on
on.
me,
Damn, I ain't
goddammit.
talked this whole time. Jay, you hear the way the ant values himself? That's how you need to value yourself, and
For
that's the fact.
reals, because I met a guy that was like you saying, oh, he's a prize and he ain't even got one dime to his name. I'm the one that was giving him money, and he talked just like you. So, and I was the woman that was doing what you were saying. And
I
when I
love
say
me.
to you, I called him up saying, I'm making a dinner. You know what I mean? I'm making me a little rice. What was it? I think it was pumpkin rice and a beef stew. And I said to him, do you want some? You know
You
what I
in for
mean?
that shit? You in for that shit?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just look.
Huh?
I'm just saying, right? It's not even about you do for me.
No, no,
You know what
no,
I'm
no.
saying?
I'm
I don't see nothing wrong. I don't see
Lord,
nothing wrong with. Hold on, wait,
That
real
was in
quick, baby. Hold on.
uh-huh.
Wait, 1 second, baby. Look, I don't see nothing wrong with women putting a little pressure on the men. I don't see nothing wrong with that. Hey, look, okay, you really serious? Pull up and look. Look, you cook me a pot of red beans and you know what I'm saying, some steak with a little side salad. Oh shit, I gotta take you serious. Nah, for what I'm wasting time with everybody else for? You here. Like, you know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
showing me, just like how I gotta show you. So it goes both
yeah,
ways, but I'm just saying, look,
let's just say that you're a
don't
man.
put a little
Okay?
pressure on it, you know what I'm saying?
I'm that girl. I was telling the people them from before. I'm that girl from day one. If I see you as something that I'm trying to clink on, I'm trying to hold your hand when we go in. You know what I mean? Through the door. I'm catering for you. When I say to you, I
Man, you
know
ain't
where
about
your
to ghost
office
me.
is.
You capping. Now I don't believe
He
you.
said,
You got
he
me.
said,
Now I'm operating from a place of
oh
fear,
my
just like
You
goodness,
you.
trying
You
you
just
trying to
capping.
trick me, nigga?
if the guy could be in the room today, I'm telling you. When I told you, when I got money, I gave him money. I had $3,000. I gave him $1,000 from the $3,000 because I knew he had nothing. When
He'll
when
give you
I when
back.
I
He'll give
have
you back
food,
bad.
when I
Wow.
one
Oh
second, no,
nah. That's
remember when we were having a
that ain't a
conversation.
good
One second,
decision right there.
remember one second, remember when we were having a conversation before about when he's down, if I'm gonna cover him. I am that girl, but I just do it to the wrong guy. You know what I'm saying? I am
You
that
make bad
girl where
decisions.
if I have food, yeah, I need better decision making. Definitely, I do need better decision. I am that girl. If you're hungry, come to me. But I'm gonna come to you. You don't even have to ask me to come or whatever. I'm just gonna provide to say, babe, here's a cooked meal.
And
You know
see,
what I
that's
mean?
what men do. When
Food.
they want,
Look, you do that to a dude. Look, you do that to the right dude. Hold on, I ain't gonna say just know any dude. Look, you do that to the right dude, you'll be married before you know it.
Don't worry, he appreciated it, but he didn't appreciate me as a package.
he
So
didn't
that's
want
the
you.
reason
Yeah.
I'm saying, yeah, he don't want me. I knew that already. Don't worry, I was using him to after a while because I was like,
What?
yeah, I'm not dumb. I'm not that dumb. You know what I mean?
Wait,
I'm not
what are you
that
talking
dumb. I
about?
know.
What y'all talking about?
Oh, because this is a scenario in real life too. I've done it to the wrong person. So I'm not that dumb where I
Oh,
realize even though you were telling me, oh, you once upon a time was seeing me to see if you wanted to be with me, but now da da da. Nah, bitch, you just want to sleep with me. And be honest, I'm a good fuck. That's it. And he didn't want to admit that I'm a good fuck. That's why he keep on sleeping with me, but he don't want me as his girl. Like
oh
he
damn.
couldn't admit it. And I'm just saying that's what it
No,
was.
I'm gonna
And
tell
you're
you what
like,
it
he was
was.
like,
I'm gonna
nah,
tell you what it
Wait,
once
was.
upon a time.
I got a
This what it
question.
was.
Look,
He know how to manipulate you. He know how to control you and sway you.
nah, I got a
That's what.
question. I got a question real quick. Okay. Oh my goodness. And I need you to be honest. Which came first? You cooking for him or you fucking him?
We did what we do first.
Yeah. Yeah, you done fucked up,
The
Jack.
milk without the cow.
That's like that's like
Yeah.
being in the drive through of a fast food joint and they gave you the food before you gave them the card. You could just drive
For
off.
real. So that's what I'm saying. Like I got
You
the
fucked up.
qualities, but I don't know how to play the right
Hey,
game. I don't know how to
you
do
fucked
pre
up, right?
action. I just got yeah. Don't worry, I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm not that dumb, but I'm dumb. But you know what I mean? So I'm just slow. You know what I mean? So I just need to learn the skills now where I got good skills, but I just need to know how to maneuver the skills or
Nah,
identify who I can perform
just
the skills
change the
with. You
order
know
of
what I
You
mean?
want the main
operation.
skill you need to learn, sis?
What?
That's number one. Trust me on that. I'm trying to
just,
teach you something. You giving away way too much, sis.
We already know. We already know this shit. This is nothing new.
Jay, look, just change your order of operation. Look, do not sleep with no man before you cook
Unless
for
you're
him.
gonna do it.
Cook first. If you
But
gonna look, if you
pretty
gonna
let me
cook first,
That's
sometimes
then
be real with
true.
the nigga and I'm learning. I need a,
then
a
do that.
guy friend that's not sleeping with me. I need a guy friend that's
But
not sleeping with
you
me. That's
so
what I
you
need.
You need to love yourself, sis, and value yourself.
Well, pay
That's
attention
number
to
one.
how he cooks for you after you
Jordan,
fuck him.
what?
relax. You need to value yourself,
No, I
mama.
mean,
That's all I'm gonna tell you.
well, no, I'm serious. Like after you get done fucking, like if you want to cook, how you cook after I get done fucking with you,
Hey, how about
that says
What?
something.
if she fucked you before she cooked? How about that?
Cook first.
Well, I mean,
No.
that's a good. That's a little bit of foreplay. Not gonna lie.
Barbarians.
Please
But
don't do
I
that.
Okay,
just said that
But
was
it's how you
barbarian.
cooked after. Like, I mean, if you can't cook after, then I did a good job.
What?
yeah, you guys
If
are
you can't
fucking
work your way around the kitchen,
Jordan, I feel like you're fucking me up because the black man he's gonna take advantage of that. He can eat his cake and you know whatever it is.
yeah.
Okay,
Well, I mean,
what's more
like
important?
statistically wise, most black people are diabetic, so they're probably not gonna eat cake.
Hey, see, hey, this
Hey,
cracker
But
ass
What?
motherfucking
Jay,
cracker.
what's more important? The food he just ate or the pussy he just ran in?
it depends on how well he ate that pussy.
Barbarians, like I said.
So let that man eat first. You know what I'm saying? And
Send him on
then
Yeah,
his
yeah,
way. Then
right.
send
I
him on
mean,
his
he could
way.
get a PB and J, or he could get a steak dinner.
Yeah, let him eat first and send him on his way.
I hear
Well,
you, but
it's your
even
people,
the
Kelly.
cook dinner
I'm
though,
if you're
I
cooking a
could I
steak
even
could
dinner,
say
the
he
I'm
cook
off,
ain't going
Kelly,
his
but it's your
way. He's
people.
going.
but and even the cooked dinner, I want to hold that too because I feel like the cooked dinner is for the one that I feel like he's doing one on one on me now. He's not doing multiples because it's fair to do
Wait,
multiples.
hang on, guys. Why the fuck are they cooking you dinner? Shouldn't you be cooking them dinner?
Yeah, that's what we talking about,
You
but you
blew it,
don't
brother.
listen.
Yeah.
No, I've been listening. Y'all been talking about how he.
Nah, you missed it.
Oh,
That
that's
ain't
what
what
you've
we.
been telling me, and that he should cook for me.
No, no, don't listen. Don't
Yeah,
listen.
absolutely, she
Don't
cooked for
listen to
you.
the spoiled milk yeast yeti. No, I'm
But
focus
that
on
sounded like
me.
a terrorist attack. I don't know what that
You
meant.
said, man, come on, you Slavic motherfucker. You.
No,
Talk to
Didn't
me.
you
What
just
you
say
saying?
most black people won't be having cake because they're diabetics? And
Stop
I didn't want to say. I
bullshit.
didn't. I didn't
It
have
was
to.
a
I want to stop there
joke.
because he know what he said. Shit, man. Shit weird as shit.
Okay, yeah, talk to me. What you saying? And about cooking or whatever.
No, I mean, yeah, I mean, oh, first off, if he takes you out to dinner, A, he should definitely pay.
your
He should
name
take you
is
out to a
not
nice
Ant.
place. But
Jordan, no,
if
wait,
he
don't
does
say
want,
Jordan.
but
You
no, no,
can
no,
jerk after. 1 second, I want to hear what Ant said, because Ant sound like a caliber man, you know?
he
We're trying
sounds
to be
single,
stubborn.
but all right.
Yes, I want simple. Don't worry. I'm not looking
No,
for too much.
single.
Yeah, I want single. I don't want taken. It's okay. I want
I'm
single,
not
not
taking.
taken.
I'm single as fuck.
Okay, no worries. But I want black. No, 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 no shade. But my preference is black.
That's cool. I mean, I'll wait to win you over.
Good
wait, what
luck.
How
happened?
long you gonna wait, brother?
No, and apparently you got all the magic to the game, so let's hear it.
No, no, no. It's not like he has all the marriage in game, but I'm aiming for, my
I'm only
preference.
speaking from a personal standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just
Uh,
look. I wouldn't tell you anything I wouldn't tell my daughter. I don't have kids, but I do plan on
Mm.
having them. So I wouldn't. If I had a daughter, I would literally tell her, "Do not give your body to a man before you actually cater to him. That's just not smart."
Ah,
what do you say, pretty? Pretty, what do you say? Because, uh, we can have a grown man, but what are you saying? Because you also said to me, you know, date around, like what Ant said, date multiples, but then fuck them. So, what would you say when it comes to cooking a man a dinner then?
yeah, I'll let her land and then I'll land.
Yeah, I say you just be willing to give a person absolutely everything, materialistic, service wise, whatever, before you give up that main thing that we spoke about. That's what I would say.
And
Oh,
So
receive
for
it in
sure.
return, and receive it too.
Uh,
Genuinely.
I would say, first off, from a man's standpoint, if I were to have a daughter, what I would tell her, match his energy, how he treats you the first time around.
What?
No,
Jesus.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, because first off, my boys, they're going to treat their girls right, like queens. Yes. But they're not going to be used and abused. It's going to be like a 50-50 afterwards. You negotiate the dating thing and paying who pays for what or whatnot and everything else like that. But like how he treats you is a direct correspondent in how you should treat
Or if
him.
you should leave, if
Like
you should
just
leave,
because,
though, leave. Don't match the energy. Get the fuck out of
well,
there.
oh no, no, no. If you match it and then he levels up, okay, cool. Because maybe he's nervous, right? Don't go above and beyond. Don't go above that, expecting more in return. That's how people get in abusive relationships. You don't do that. No, you match what you get. And then the second you feel like, as women, if you feel like you're getting disrespected, fuck that bitch. And kick him the fuck out or walk out of his place.
Why
But
even put his
from my
place in the first
experience, when a
place?
woman cooks for me and she can fucking cook, bro, I feel bad taking her out on a date to a dinner. Because I'm like, I'd rather prefer your cooking, but I don't want to put you through that. Because I know what all goes into it. I always want to make sure I treat the woman with respect.
You shouldn't be in a man's house during the dating phase. I'm sorry.
You gonna match your
Well,
energy?
not on the
Yeah, that
first
ain't
date. Definitely
masculine.
no. Hell no. That's like a third, fourth, maybe. I'd say don't fuck after the sixth. Make them wait for it. It's better anyway.
Don't do it till you get the ultimate thing you want, Jay. And if the ultimate thing you want is marriage, then
What, his
that's
social
the end of
security
it.
number?
If that's what you
This
want,
nigga is
if that's what you
disrespectful. You
want.
cracker motherfucker, cracker ass cracker.
Yeah, you keep saying that, you're going to make me hungry.
so pretty. You're telling me If I want a ring, wait until I get a ring, then give him the pom pom.
You damn fucking right. 1,000,000,000%.
Yeah, and when the and
No,
depending on where
listen,
what you
I'm
believe
not
in and
saying
whatnot,
I
wait till those
will,
papers are signed.
but I don't know if my
But
heels stay for people wait that long. I don't know,
And turn you a
girl.
virgin too.
well,
I
I
might
mean,
have
you
to.
gotta
Your
like. I
dick
mean,
too
when you go
much.
to
You
I
can't
might
wait
have
that
like
to.
long.
Come back.
when you're going to buy a new car, do you not take it out for like a little bit of a test drive? You know what I mean?
Let
Like
me tell you
you don't
something.
fucking
Hold,
go full
Do you
throttle, but
hold
you
sample?
on one second.
check the
Hold on,
oil.
watch
You know
this,
what
Hold
I
on, hold
Kelly.
on,
mean?
hold
Like
on.
Do you nibble on your steak before you buy it?
Yeah, it's just a stupid ass theory, right?
no,
Hold
they
on, hold
cut
on, hold on,
into it
hold
to
on.
make sure
We
it's cooked
Hold on,
devour
right.
hear
it.
me out. Hear me out. Just think about this for a second. Imagine a nigga or a woman who goes into a car dealership and test drives 50 motherfucking cars and never buys none of them. If the test drive theory worked, these niggas would be married, but you know why they're not? Because it doesn't. They
Or it
just
means
test
they're
Now
drive.
poor.
Don't be a fucking test driven
but
car.
that's your game though. That's the game you gave her.
No,
Yeah,
no, no,
and
that's not
nothing
the
wrong with
game
that.
I'm playing. I'm saying don't you be no test driven vehicle because all of these men would tell you, yeah, you got to test drive, but they've been test driving their whole life and haven't bought not one bitch.
Hey,
So
if
I
you
ain't
keep
gonna
that
lie,
entertain me,
Kelly. Hey,
if
No,
you
no,
Kelly,
no, no.
Kelly.
entertain
Whoa,
me,
whoa,
I
whoa,
can
whoa,
crack
Hey,
that
look,
whoa, whoa.
bitch.
Kelly. Hey,
First
Kelly. And look, I ain't
off,
gonna
I will
lie,
make
Kelly.
sure that
Look,
you know
you
that
got a point.
every chick that I've been with that I have quote unquote test drive, I have driven that vehicle. I have bought that vehicle, and then I decided that you know what, it ran out. It was short on mileage. Okay,
Hey, look.
so
every
But
girl
you already
you
that
bought
you
it
engine
though.
slept
Got
with, you
started
married?
getting a little crackledy.
Every
hey,
girl you
It
bad
slept
was
with, you
bad
married?
knowledge.
Every girl you slept with, you married?
No, he said
No, he didn't.
no, I
Exactly. So what
didn't.
are you talking
Hey,
about?
look, Kelly. Then
No,
look,
but I
every
committed
car
to
in
a
the dealership
relationship
wouldn't
with
be a
where
new
we
Fuck
car
a
actually
anymore either.
relationship.
evolved into this. Like, but here's the thing: if I didn't do that, then the chick that I had fucked, and then we got married. At the end of it, it wouldn't have worked out anyway. So it was a means to an end,
That doesn't
regardless.
see,
make any
that's how you
sense.
set up. That's how he set up though.
But yeah, but you have to cross that certain boundary in order
No,
to know
you
that. Like, I
don't.
mean, on our honeymoon, if you're a bad fuck or like say you giggle weird when you come, like that's I don't I'm good. That it's gonna weird me out. I don't want that the rest of my life. But I'm
Pretty,
already
he said.
committed.
What?
That
He
nigga
said
said,
you
"Do
should
you
give them
giggle
wings
weird when
while
you
you're
come?"
coming.
What the?
Yeah,
Giggle?
bro, you don't know what's gonna happen when that shit
You
goes down if
experienced a
you wait
weird
till
giggle
that point.
before, bro?
I'd rather test that out. Like on the second date, you giggle weird, bitch. No, you're
Man,
gone.
this actor, dog. What the
He
fuck?
said a weird giggle. What the fuck?
Like, what are you
Yeah, or what if
doing?
she farts when she
What
when
is
she
that?
comes? Like I
The
mean,
pussy
like
farts?
what do
What
you
the?
like?
This a big
Cause
putrid
that's
You gotta
motherfucker,
think
Bro,
about
man.
you a
that.
yeah.
deviant.
I mean, you gotta think about all these
This
things. You don't know what's gonna happen.
That's
this
all
is
he equates a
It's like a
woman's
Jack in the
value
Box.
to.
You know what I mean?
And
Like,
a
see,
real
that's why you
goblin.
don't end up with no. Now imagine letting a nigga like that test drive you. Bitches should be ashamed.
what? A guy that has standards?
What standards do you
Who?
have?
This man thing.
I know what the fuck I like.
You trick the bitches.
If
You
we're
need to
out
trick
on a
the
first
bitches.
This
date and you
man is
laugh weird and
fucking
you have a
going. I
high pitched
wonder if
fucking
she
like
farts when she comes. Ugh. Like,
Alvin and the
But
He
Chipmunks
said if
kind
she
of thing
giggles,
like
I'm
going
out of
on, like
there.
no, we're done. I don't
this
like
man is
that.
a
Okay,
real life goblin, bro.
If your
I
your
have
nasal passages like
Goblin.
flare up, no, I'm good.
Ogre.
I have a serious question, and
Or if
as
you
a man
snort,
that goes
that's a
to,
killer. I'm done.
wow, um, cocaine, not even. Um, serious question. When you're dating these multiples, is sex on the menu too?
How can it not be?
If they're available, I mean, but then I probably
Okay,
won't take. But then I probably won't take them as serious after the fact, so
You
because they
said you
get
won't
cut so
okay,
pay.
quick. So
okay.
um,
Then
I'm
I'll.
being
That's
honest.
another. Hmm?
I'm just being honest.
Okay.
And you better
And
be
then
a virgin if I can't
me
cut.
now say a girl like me
See,
because
that's
I've got this
weird.
before
Facts.
where I feel like a lot of men don't know. I feel like a lot of men don't know when they have caught something or they're not. The pH is a bit off. If I say to you now, before we do anything and we become serious, I want you to take a sexual health test. You gonna have an issue
Absolutely,
with
yeah.
I ain't got no
That's
issue.
what?
great.
Look, look,
That's
I
wonderful.
don't,
No issues. No issues.
I don't have an issue, and look, we can go do that, and I can show you my chart. I ain't got no issue.
My chart. Yeah. Where's your my chart? Yeah. That's wonderful.
Yeah, if we're doing it,
Oh,
we both can
Jesus
do it because
Christ.
I will want to build. That's a step level of trust. You know what I mean? Not every time you
So
do a sexual
I'm
health
gonna
care
just say
just
this,
because you
Jay.
have.
So personally, me, right? If you show me that you are not more than your body, then I'm gonna treat you like you're not more than your body. That's it. So it's really not. So I'm gonna be honest with you. It's really not
And
up
I
to me.
hope that means by what you said
It's
with
not up.
that means you be
It's
Don't
not
more
worry,
up to
I
me.
understand
away.
what he means. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's not up to me. It's up to them. Like the power ain't on me for if you show me that okay, this is how you out, this is what you leading with. All right, cool. Then I'm gonna treat you accordingly. I'm just being honest. It ain't up to me. It's up to them.
And if I like you, I'm gonna try you. I'm gonna test you, and I'm gonna expect the same.
I'm not an
I mean,
asshole, but
but I'm gonna test you out.
Until you
Yeah,
are.
I don't like the testing thing though because that's what's gonna turn me off.
I mean, well,
Because if
That's the
I've
dumbest shit
already
in the
told
world.
you,
well,
yeah, because if I've
Well,
already
isn't a
told you.
relationship literally just a test of two people
No, if
amongst
we're
each other?
dating, when we're dating, getting to know each other, and you try to test me, and I say to you, until we are committed, and I know that I choose you, we're not doing that. And you choose on the day that we're sitting down on the couch to come feel up between my crotch. The way how after you feel up between my crotch, you will never hear from me again.
hey,
Because
Okay,
in my
but
mind,
Amanda,
Hold on, we got a new
we're
speaker. We got
talking
a
about
new
two different
speaker on
tests.
the
There
stage.
is a
Go
conscious
ahead and relax,
test.
relax, relax. We got a new speaker on the stage. We're gonna address it. I just wanted to say
yeah,
really quickly. I need y'all to think about this really quickly. At the end of the day, anybody at any time could walk into any dealership and test drive a fucking Honda. But anybody at any time could not go test drive a Lambo. Be the Lambo, not the Honda. Brown, what are your thoughts on on what we're talking about?
It depends on how you show up to the dealership.
Bullshit. Anybody and everybody can't test drive a Lambo.
yeah, not anybody can pull that off. Right? I hear you.
You need a credit check to test that Lambo.
That's a fucking fact.
for
You
real.
need a
Yeah.
credit check.
How you do, Brown?
Or maybe she can't talk right now. Maybe she just came up to hear us better. I don't know.
Maybe. I heard you pretty.
I don't like
I'm
that.
gonna I'm gonna take that on board because I've realized I played the game wrong with this time, girl.
Yes, yes,
I could
yes.
have
Well,
been.
the thing is, like, Jay, I'll tell you this. When just make sure that whatever relationship you go into, that they're adding to your happiness and they're not the source of it. You just do that, you're good.
No, no, no.
Fuck the
Fuck
rest of this.
happiness.
No, no, no. Yeah,
No, no,
fuck
no.
the
Fuck
rest of it.
happiness. You make
No,
your own
no, no, no,
happiness.
no,
Don't
no, no, no.
nobody in this fucking world make you
That they
happy. Don't
add to
do
your
that.
happiness.
No, 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 no. Can't nobody add to my happiness. I control
No,
my
well, they
emotions.
have to. Like, yeah, no, no,
Hear
no,
me
they
out.
do.
I
They
control
do.
my emotions. You can't add to my happiness. You can't take away. What a person's supposed
No,
to
you
add
don't
to you
control your
is
emotions.
value.
You control
Hold
how
on,
you
hold on.
deal with your
No, no,
emotions.
no, no, no. You control your emotions 100%. And if you don't, then you're a weak, fucking brainless
No,
person,
you're
right?
you're misconstruing the emotions.
Okay, no, 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 that's fine. That's what you think, and that's okay. But you're very drunk, so
Well,
neither
no, I
here nor
mean
there.
that's scientifically based.
So
You
yeah, no,
said that though.
that's false because I can
Hold
show
on,
you
let Kelly
scientifically
finish.
what I'm
Let
saying.
Kelly finish.
All right, yeah, I'll let you land.
Thank you. Neither here nor there. Since you control your own emotions, right? Don't nobody add to your happiness or take your happiness away. You want somebody that adds value to your life. You want somebody who is a valuable person. You want to love them for who they are, not what they can do for you, not how the fuck they make you feel, no stupid shit like that. Just simply who they are because the day might come when they can't do shit and then you won't love them anymore, right? You just want to be two valuable people who are independent that come together to be interdependent. That's it. Then life is smooth. Life is great. That's all you want. Fuck all the extra dumb shit. Trust what I'm telling you.
We literally just said the same shit, Kelly.
Okay, great.
You just said it. Yeah, no, we literally did. That's what I meant by adding to your happiness not being the source of it. Because, like, say you're in a 10-year relationship and then they leave, right? And you feel like a part of you is ripped away, right? Okay, first off, you're back at square one. If you're already good at square one, then yeah, I mean, based off science and studies, like it takes half the time of your relationship for you to actually like mentally get over that person and be able to reset and go back to one. So probably like 5 years,
Okay,
right?
great. Great.
No, no. I mean, you're laughing, but It's true.
Okay, good.
It's your opinion. Nobody got to take it. This don't be.
No, it's not my
Yeah.
opinion. I'm basing it off a
Brown,
fact.
Brown, are you pick out your phone? What's up, girl? Give us a emoji if you're there. If you're just here for the loud noise.
I invited you up, Aaron.
Erin, are you coming up? Anybody can come up. It's a free stage. Anybody can come up and talk to the topic.
My bad. I didn't even know you invited me up. But yeah, I'm trying to hear. I want to hear about the topic.
You want to
Why do
speak
y'all
on
hate
what we
going
talking
50
about or
50?
the title of the room?
The title of
We
the
might
room.
need to change the topic. I'm just throwing that out there.
What is the top? What is the title? Why hate going? What does that mean?
I want to. I want
It's
to hear
black
it.
people code. You wouldn't understand.
Well,
Why
you have
does
to
black
white that
women?
down for
It's
me. I
black
get it,
women.
but
It says why does black women hate going 50 50?
Don't be the translator.
I'm curious to
no,
know why.
I mean that makes sense. I mean,
Oh, oh,
well,
Adam, are
I
you
think
asking why?
it doesn't. It's not a race thing. It's kind of
Relax,
maybe it's
relax. It
different.
was a
I
joke.
guess like
Relax, relax.
with like cultures,
It was
but
a joke. You gotta
I
relax.
think
You
I
gotta
think
relax.
well, no, I get it, but I think 50-50 people don't understand because I've talked to people in the other rooms about this shit too. 50-50 means that 50% of the time I'm at 90% and you're at 10, and the other 50 I'm at 10, you're at 90. It's not always 50-50.
Maybe
It's
10%.
equal. I match where you're at to make up the 100.
What?
I understand.
Yeah,
Jordan, is that what you do in your
I get what he's
relationship?
saying. I get what he's saying. But now,
yeah.
I don't get it.
I expect you to be there when I'm at my lowest, just like you expect
bro,
me to be
but
there when
black
you're at
women,
your
we're talking
lowest.
about finance. We're talking about finances, bro. You feel me?
Oh,
Yeah,
financials?
financials.
Well, shit. I mean, if you're claiming to be dating a king, you should act like a fucking king, and you should treat her like a queen. That's that.
Oh, oh, she
Yeah.
left
So,
already.
Am I wrong?
so you agree that 50-50, if a man wanting to go 50-50 is a problem, right?
The way I date is first off, I was told by my papa that any girl, whether it's a friend or a girl he said choosing to court because he was old school, you always pay, right? Until it becomes a problem with them, and then you negotiate out like, okay, well, I'll pay for this one, and then you come up with the idea for the date, and the next time you pay for that one, and then it's a 50-50 back and forth. I'll pay for this one, you pay for the next one, right? But whoever pays come up with the idea for the date, and that's always worked for me. Is that weird?
Uh, what if she makes more to you?
Doesn't matter.
That's crazy.
Doesn't matter.
That's crazy.
I mean, shit, my date could be we'll go out to McDonald's and, fuck, we'll go all out. I'll go large with the meal and then we'll just fucking drive around the country or some dumb shit or whatever. You want to go out, then you can go all out too. It's whoever comes up with the date after that, you go back and forth and you come up with a date, then you're paying for it.
No, I understand what you're saying, bro. I
Yeah.
definitely understand. Like morally, the right thing to do is to pay for your woman. It's to be that king. You feel me? It's to take care or provide for your woman. That's the morally, that's traditional right thing to do. But
Right.
just because it's traditional does not mean it's logical, bro.
Well, it's not that it was traditional. I think that my papa was really teaching me the aspect of it being an equal relationship, right? Because and I asked him about that later on before a few years before he died, and he told me he was like, "Listen, you learn how to do that in the beginning, the back and forth 50-50. You learn how to like compromise for each other, right? And because there's going to be some times where maybe you're short on money, even though she just paid for the last date and you can't pay for this date." And you gotta come up with something. Maybe she wants to do something different, and she knows that if she comes up with the idea, she's gonna pay. You own your roles in the relationship, right? So then you learn the equality and you learn how to treat each other as equals and you treat each other as equals in the relationship. And that makes you a unified team. So he was teaching me the fundamental elements to
So I got a
make a
question.
relationship last because his relationship lasts for 73 fucking years.
I got a question. Can you be a king? Oh shoot! Fuck the police. Fuck a police officer. Hey, can you be a can you be a king without leading with money? Like, can you be a
Yes.
king without money involved?
Yes.
Then why does a woman have to go 50-50? Like, why is 50-50 a requirement? That if so, like, let's say, because, like, for instance, I'll give you an example. Let's say I got a girl, right? Let's say I'm fucking with somebody, right? Let's say that let's say I'm fucking with a certain female, a certain individual. Let's say that uh, she makes more money than me. You feel me? Let's say that, you feel me, like, and I know she makes more money by me being a king and taking control and initiative. I understand she makes more money than me, so I'm making a decision to make a logical decision based off, let her know, break it down, like, all right, babe, you make more money than me,
Hmm.
we got to put some of your money with my money to pay these bills. You feel me? I'm still going to lead, but I'm letting you know what's the smartest thing to do. So even, like, our money's together regardless. You feel me? Like, we're putting our money together, but the smartest thing to do is to come together and pay this rent and pay these bills, and then whatever money else we have saved, we can either put it away, put it in our savings. You feel me? And then plan for trips, or you know what I mean? Like, you feel me? Like,
Yeah. Not,
there's other ways around of just a man just
well,
spending all of
I
his
get
money.
that. Not, if you eventually come to that situation because of life, I get where you're coming from. Going into it, I wouldn't go into it like that at all. Like I always tell guys, like, if you were to have a daughter and she were to date and bring home a version of you right now how you are, would you approve? If the answer is
If my
no, don't
if
fucking
my
date.
daughter makes more, so you saying if I had a
No,
daughter?
no, I'm just saying don't fucking date. If you, the version you are right now, you would not approve of your daughter bringing home to you.
No, but I'm saying, look. First of all, I would approve my daughter bringing home me, like me, or
Right
I would
now, where
approve
you're
that.
at,
Well, yeah, exactly, 100%. I would
okay,
approve
well,
that.
then you're good. Then you're good. Now, what I would say with your situation, if that's the case and it's from beginning to end, you're still struggling and whatnot, get more creative on the dates. Not every date has to cost money.
I'm not talking about. I'm talking about as far as like when you already established, when you're already together. I'm speaking as far as like I'm talking about like bills and like rent and like you know what I mean, like necessities, like amenities and stuff, bro. Like, I ain't talking about like when you're trying to court, when you're trying to like get a girl to be your girl. I mean, I'm talking about when you're already established.
If
That's
you're
what I'm
having to
saying.
share bills with her at that point in time, you should be able to get. You shouldn't do that until you're at the point where you can actually contribute at least 50%. But if you can't, don't move in with the bitch because until you move in, you are not obligated to pay for any of her shit, just like she's not obligated to pay for any of your shit.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm
So
okay with paying.
so just
I'm
don't do it.
no, I'm saying I'm okay with paying 50%. I'm saying that, like, I'm okay
But
with
what
it.
if you can't afford it?
No, I can't afford it. If I can't afford it, I don't need to be dating.
Exactly.
If I can't go
Well,
50
no,
50,
no, you don't need. It's not that you don't need to be dating.
You gotta
You
be
just need.
valuable. You gotta add
Yeah,
value.
you need to be more creative in your dating, right? And the thing is, men need to understand. Yes, we're men, and I get it's a pride thing. But sometimes there's a lot of men out there that they won't admit it. Sometimes they need that queen to step in and give them that boost that gives them the momentum to become the king that they wish they'd always had been. And they knew they always could become. Sometimes you need that. And that's
Message.
okay to have. It's not a weakness, it's a strength to admit that. Just don't take advantage of it.
Hey, if you teach her to depend on you solely, it's gonna handicap.
no, I need that.
It's gonna handicap you too, bro.
Yeah.
I need that. I ain't gonna. I feel like every man need that feminine energy, no matter what a man say. Every man need that feminine energy, man. Every man
It's
need that motherfucker.
power.
What's the
Like you don't
craziest thing
you don't
is
need it.
men have that feminine energy within themselves. They're just not willing to admit it because they're not willing to be vulnerable because they feel like that's a sign of weakness, and pride gets in the way. You
Yeah,
know,
no, but I'm saying like every
do
man need a
you
woman, bro.
cry around your boys when shit gets hard?
Hell nah.
If if my dad
There you
passed,
go. That's pride. That's pride.
Hell nah.
I've had phone calls with my boys where I'm like, dude, I mean, especially like what was it, like when my uncle died, dude, I cried with
but
them.
I ain't gonna go around nobody though if I'm in my
And like,
family.
but I don't care. Like, dude, if you're here for me, you're here for me. Like, if it's a weak point, and not like I'm human, you know. And yeah, I'm a dude. Doesn't mean I have to put on a flex.
But you
And
don't
I
got
mean,
to
I've
ask
had
somebody to be there
conversations
for you
with
though.
my
You don't got to ask somebody to be there for you. You know what I'm saying? Like if someone comes to me, that's different. But I'm not about to go to them one like, oh my god, I'm so crazy. That shit.
no, but sometimes you want to reach out because you got no one to talk to. Because guess what, your phone ain't going off in like 2 weeks, and all of a sudden you're like, who gives a fuck about me? Like, fuck, I just
Bro,
want
you
to talk
get
to
and
somebody.
I don't know about the white community, it's different out there. Y'all can cry in the black community, bro. You can't
You
call
can do the same.
I mean you could, but it's not common, bro, to call your homeboy and just cry and just
Well,
burst out tears.
just because it's not common doesn't mean it's not okay.
It's not I
It's
mean,
not okay. That's some weak ass, weird ass
yeah.
bullshit.
And see,
Like
that is a woman that you don't need to date.
This is a woman that's
I
married.
understand. No, he's a white dude. No, I understand, but these white people. They don't. They're more like they're more through their emotions. Like them, they cry to each other. Like I have white homies. Like them niggas like dead ass cry. Like black people don't do that type of shit. You feel me? We kind of bottle everything, which is unhealthy. He's right. Like that's just unhealthy as fuck. But we
I
do.
don't think it's, I think if you're bottling it, yes, it's unhealthy. But if you're smart enough to realize that your thoughts control your emotions and therefore you control your thoughts, then you will control your fucking emotions. And if you choose to
No,
perceive
not if your
something in a
mom
different
dies.
way, hold on. If you choose to perceive something in a different way, then you won't be crying like a little punk ass bitch. That's how life
If
Well,
my
works.
mom
it's
dies, I'm
not
crying
crying
like
like
a little bitch. I'm crying.
crying like a little
When my
punk
dad
ass
died, I cried.
bitch.
When my dad
Yeah.
died, I cried for
The
everybody.
definition
Yeah.
of crying like a little punk ass bitch
Is not having
means
control
that
of your. For example, if somebody
no.
dies, one second,
To a
one
degree,
second,
I
one second. If somebody dies, you could choose to be like the typical person who thinks they are not in control of their fucking emotions, and you could sit there and say, "Oh my god, I'm never gonna see them again," like a fucking asshole. Or if you
What?
realize you control your emotions, if you focus your thoughts on gratefulness of having that person in your life, the value they added, the great times you spent, a tear won't fall because you won't be sad because you'll have too much gratitude. So the same way you could change your thoughts like that, which control your emotions, so shit ain't controlling you, then you don't have to worry about crying like a punk ass bitch.
Have you
Get
ever
it?
lost somebody?
Numerous
yeah,
people, not even one year,
you're confusing the
not even one
process
year, unexpected.
with the progress.
Okay,
That's exactly
you
what
know
you're
him to the
doing.
you know him now.
And Kaylee, like, I mean this with all due respect. What you're saying right there is why men today, your opinion, and you voicing that like that is a problem, and that kind of pisses me off because that's why a
Oh,
lot of
then they're
men,
weak ass bitches. That's on them.
that's
That's
why a
on them.
lot of men
No,
cannot be vulnerable
that's
around
their
anyone, even
choice. That's their choice.
even
I'm
around their
sorry.
own
That's an
boys.
excuse.
So your husband can't come and cry to you. You like, get your bitch
No,
ass up,
my
nigga.
husband, you know what? I've been with this man for 8 years. He hasn't cried once. Do you know why? Because he's smart enough
Oh,
to
yeah,
realize
that
he
shit's building
controls
up,
his
bro.
He
own
cries to somebody.
emotions.
He cries to
And he's
somebody.
not a bitch ass
Yeah,
nigga.
he
I
cries
don't
to
know what to
somebody. It's
tell
not
you.
you, and you should take that
Either that.
Oh, I
offensively.
don't. See, because here's the thing. You think I've cried? I don't
You
do the
should.
crying. Hold on, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because if I sit here and say, you know what, I want to cry, then I'll start crying. Other than that, I have no desire to be sad.
Nah,
So why would I sit here and
No one has a
intentionally have
desire to
some
be
Bro,
thoughts
when
sad.
a man
that
we're
would
cries,
make
he
human
me
doesn't
sad?
beings.
want
That
to
doesn't
cry.
make sense.
We're
Y'all
human.
are
We have
sheep.
emotions.
Y'all are
Do
sheep.
you find it a
You
problem
think
if a
life
man cries?
happens to you. You don't realize you make life happen. You got to
Well,
understand that.
yeah, I mean, where you're at in your life is your own fault. I
Hey,
agree.
if my kids
Yes.
don't cry for me, I'm gonna be hurt majorly.
Oh, that's
You
silly.
too.
That's
I'm
silly.
no, hey, I'm serious because it's like,
I'm in touch with my emotions all the time. Yeah, well, I practice a lot of acting, and I think it's a good therapeutic thing. I cry every night working on different roles, but it's very therapeutic, and I get through a lot of
hey, but
shit.
I
And
really,
I'm looking at a fucking cardboard box in my garage, like it's a
you cry. Yeah,
person, and I'm having a conversation with,
that's crazy.
and
As hell.
breaking down and
Hey,
crying,
but you know,
because I'm
No,
trying to
that shit's
master
sad.
my acting technique,
are you
but
an actor?
at the end of the day, I sleep like a baby because it's a lot of shit I gotta get out.
You a thespian?
No, you don't have to get anything out if you just simply change your
Yes, you do. Oh,
perspective.
I do.
If
What?
you
I
simply
do.
change your perspective, if you are intentionally looking at life in a way that is negative, then of course you're going to be angry. Of course you're going to be sad because that's what you're doing to yourself. Take accountability that you're choosing to have sad thoughts
And you
that are
don't have to go
making you
through the
cry.
season of being
Hey, but look,
that
hey Kelly
you.
though.
So you're saying you don't have to go through a season of that progress in order to get to the end result that you're actually talking
Hey
about.
Kelly, I understand what you're saying, but everybody's not that strong, bro. Like some people are emotional, and you want
And
them to.
actually, I don't even think that's strength. I think that's fucking
That's trauma.
weakness.
That's
Now the
trauma.
people.
No, it's
Well,
intelligence.
look, the
No, it's
people
not.
that.
That's
No,
It's
fucking retarded.
I
intelligence.
understand her. No, I
No, you're the
understand. I
smartest kid with
look,
Down
look.
syndrome.
Hey, hold on. I understand her. I kind of understand her a little bit because I'm a
I do too.
person. I'm a person that dead ass like I used to like I haven't cried about shit in a long ass time, bro. Only because like I changed my perspective the way I look at life. Like I don't look at negative shit as negative shit anymore. You feel me? I look at everything as like whenever like something bad happens to me, I look at it
That's
like
avoidance.
I'll look at it like, what is this teaching me? You feel me? Or like I'll look at it like this is meant. Everything is meant to happen. Like I believe in God, so I believe everything's meant to. So nothing like I should.
Right.
But there are still certain things that I'm going to cry over. I'm not going to lie to you. Like there, like
Then
for instance,
why
like
haven't
like
you cried a lot?
or
What's wrong with
not
that?
even cry, but like still get sad over. Like I'm gonna get emotional. Like for instance, if somebody passes away, I'm going to cry. Like if my mom said I'm my mom, I'm going to cry, bro. 100%. Like there's no way around that. You can't
But
just
there is a way around that, and
you
that's
can't
because
mentally
you have
prepare
been
for that.
taught and conditioned that you should be sad and you should cry, right? Let me tell you something.
Nah,
You probably
it's
don't
called
know this.
duality. It's called duality.
No,
You
no, no.
can't
You
Y'all
gotta
escape
probably
have
don't
it.
know
heart.
this. Have you ever
You
been
can't
to a
escape that.
funeral and seen a person that nobody knows and they're up there? Oh my God! Have y'all ever seen that?
Oh yes,
That's
those are
called a
fakers.
professional mourner. Whenever you
Uh,
pay
so,
for a
so,
funeral,
so,
okay, hear me out. Hold on.
mm,
Whenever you pay for a funeral package, right? One of the things that they can include is a professional mourner. They're there to actually make people cry. So if you give other people that level of fucking control over your emotions, you're a fucking idiot. You need to
Your mom,
intentionally
uh,
choose your
your
thoughts
mom.
so you can choose your emotions. Duh.
You crazy.
that's,
You too strong, nigga.
Look it
Shit.
up.
no, there's no strong about it.
It's not
It's
strength, it's intelligence, it's
misdirected.
self-control, it's accountability. Y'all don't have
No, it's
that.
not.
No,
Y'all are
No, it's
weak.
it's
avoidance.
love.
Life
It's
It's
happens
love
avoidance.
to
and
It's
me. I
avoidance.
reverence
make
It's
and,
life
and
avoidance.
happen. We're
respects
not
and
the
loss.
same.
It's love. It's
No,
loss.
it's
It's
not
joy.
lost.
It's
Hold on.
yeah. It is. It's
You choose,
memories.
wait a minute,
Yeah. What the
wait a minute.
fuck, nigga? It's
You choose to
gratitude.
look
Yeah.
at
What
it
you talking
as
about?
loss. That's the difference between you and I don't, somebody doesn't die and I'm looking at it as a loss. I'm looking at all of the fucking things that I gained and I'm being grateful for that. Wow, I
No, you're
had
being
this many,
selfish.
hold on, listen. Wow, I had this many years with this person. Most people never have 5 minutes with their father, 5 minutes with their mother. I had this many years of both of them. Damn, I'm grateful. Wow, I wouldn't
But
be who the
you
fuck
can't
I
talk to him
am if
again
it
And
though.
wasn't for this.
no,
That's
You
enough
can't
to
talk to him
make
again
me
though.
and the
extremely
fact that you
happy.
perceive it that way,
What-
and then that should trigger your emotion
No,
of gratitude,
exactly. I just
which
said
would then
gratitude.
trigger
I just said it. So
some
why
kind
would
of an
you cry over
emotion.
being grateful? You're a
Because
fucking dumbass.
you lost a motherfucker
Well,
that's
because
No,
valuable
it's
you
to
tear.
you.
didn't lose.
Sometimes
You
it's tears of
gained.
joy.
You
Sometimes, have you ever
gained.
heard of tears of joy? Do you know what
But
that
why
is?
would I need to even cry tears of joy if I just feel so grateful and so happy?
When
Like,
you
damn,
break,
no,
I'm
y'all
gonna
are
feel
just
bad
punk
for
ass
your.
bitches. I'm gonna be straight and be blunt about it. That's
Then
what
You
it
I'll
you
be
is.
a
so
punch
you
ass.
You're
so I ain't
happy.
never a punk
I'm
ass
okay with
bitch.
being a
Oh
punk ass
well.
bitch. At least I
Oh
make it
well.
look
And you
You
good.
gonna
so
die. Oh well. Oh well. And the world don't give a fuck about your tears. Oh well. Good luck.
I don't care about
that's
what the
true.
world thinks.
You're
I'm
not
like
doing it.
you.
You're not
I'm
doing
not
it for
out
the
there for
world.
their fucking.
Yeah, you're not
I'm
crying
not a
for the
fucking
world.
people pleaser. I don't give a
You are a
fuck.
people pleaser.
Yeah,
You
nobody
are
wants to cry. Nobody
100%.
wants to
Bro,
cry.
How
if
am I a
anything,
people
bro,
pleaser?
if you were
Riddle
crying
me
for the
that one.
world, hey, look, if you were crying for the world, you would cry on camera. You'll record yourself crying and post it on social media. You're not crying for the world. You're crying to get the tears out. You're crying so you can
You
feel
cry because
better.
you're
No,
overwhelmed. You
because
cry
you
because you're
can feel
For
overwhelmed.
me,
better if you
as an
choose
actor,
your
first
thoughts.
off, hang on.
If you
Hang
choose
on.
your
So no, no,
perspective,
no, no.
you'll feel
For
amazing.
me,
There's no
whenever
need to
I'm,
feel better when you feel grateful. Are we insane?
no, for me, like, because I know I'm an actor and everything else like that. Whenever I'm portraying like my emotions and that's genuine. Because I feel for the character that I'm portraying, and yes, I'm using a lot of painful memories and everything to kind of trigger those emotions in order for them to
That's crazy.
go and. That's not crazy. That's called fucking acting. That's how you win a goddamn Oscar.
Uh,
Hey,
That's fucking.
how do you nurture
how
your
many
children?
Oscars
How
have
do you
you
nurture?
won?
I haven't. I'm
What?
only 2 years into this shit. What
Oh,
films have
okay.
you done? Riddle me that
Oh
one,
no, I'm
other
not
than
in it. I'm not
YouTube.
in any films, but I did have over 580,000 YouTube subscribers and more than 48 million views. So I did that. More people know who I am than you. There's
What
that.
films have you
Cool. And
done?
you're on this app at like 5:30 in the morning,
Yeah,
so
And you
I
taking the
am
congrats.
bait.
chilling,
And you taking
and
the
I'm
bait.
not
And
drunk
you're
and
not
I'm
even
not
trying to
high.
help people and
I
trying
don't
to
use
how to actually
substances
do
to
that.
cope with life. That's the difference between you and me.
Yeah, you're not trying. Yeah, you're using this app to cope
You
with
get
life
it?
Hey,
rather than
hold on,
shedding
hold on.
some
So
tears.
I'm chilling because I don't like going outside and dealing with people, so I get to engage with people on the app and then click
Cool.
and be
So
hey,
friends with
avoidance
them,
you
is
got to
right?
your.
explain.
We're
You
not
ain't
the
got to explain.
same.
You got to explain. But if your man, what if your child is crying? You be like, hey, cut that bitch ass crying shit out, nigga. What
Oh
the
no,
fuck,
see, I
nigga?
No, I can't even
educated.
think about
Here's the
my
thing.
kid crying.
I
I start
didn't
crying.
breed weak, stupid, frail, fragile kids, right? So what I've always taught my children and sat down with them and said, hey, when they first started crying, why are you crying? Because of this. Okay, why are you choosing to look at it like that? Is there another way that you could look at this? Well, this. Okay, and how does, wait a
Uh,
minute. And how does looking at it like that make you feel? Oh, happy. Okay, so would you rather be happy or would you rather be sad? Happy. Oh, okay, so in the future when this happens, what are you going to think of this? Why? So I could be happy. There the fuck you go. That's the
Hey,
difference.
Kelly, why would God give us the ability to
I
cry
don't
if He
believe
didn't
in
want us to
God,
cry?
so you asking the wrong person about a God.
So why? Okay. Why would your human body give you the ability to cry if your human body wasn't meant to cry?
why would you
Your
not
human
believe in something
body,
that
you
believes
have the
in you?
ability to, you're infinite.
Why do
So
whales
just
cry
because
when
you're
they lose their
infinite doesn't
babies?
mean you need to choose that path,
Why do
right?
whales cry when their baby get ate by a
Those
killer
dogs
whale?
cry.
Oh, that's
Everything
their
cries.
business, but you don't need to do that,
It's a
right? Wait a minute.
natural
There are people
organism.
on this earth that don't, and there are people on this earth that
This
literally can't.
So if
Why
you
would
get
there be
shot, you gonna be like,
people
oh,
like
that
that
shit
if
ain't
you were
shit.
everyone
Let
can
this
supposed
shit
cry.
to
drip
live?
dry.
What are you talking
I
about?
can't.
And the people that don't, they probably got a lot of stress built up
No, no,
inside.
no. It's a mental
And when they
disability that
break,
they
they're gonna fucking shoot
literally
up a
No,
school
no,
or
can't.
some
there's
shit.
a
And
physical
then some
aspect. There's
people.
a physical aspect that's tied to the mental too, though. You know, stress could
Yep.
kill you. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
but
saying?
Yep.
why would you be stressed if you're grateful and appreciative? Are y'all not understanding that?
Not
Are you
loss
not
in
understanding
life.
that?
You never took a loss in life?
I've taken mad losses, but I don't choose to look at them how you all look at
No,
them.
no, no. Me
Right?
neither. It's a lesson, but in the
So
moment, in the storm,
you
in the
have to
storm, I
grieve.
was hurt though.
It's a
No,
process.
it's not a
If it,
process.
It's not like it's not saying that
okay,
we're
hey,
living
hey,
in the
if
grief.
it no, if it works for her, that's her. You
Who
can't tell her she's
why
wrong.
would
That's
I
her body. I
choose
mean,
to grieve?
Yeah,
That is
it's
so selfish. That is so dumb. Because mind you, people are grieving because they're like, oh, this person isn't with me anymore. There's no concern for, wow, are they actually better off now? Do they finally have a break now? Do they no longer have
that
any
yeah.
that's another
pain
that's
now?
another that's
It's
another
all
thing.
about
Fucking
That's
you.
crazy
another thing.
shit.
We don't know
That's the
where they at
problem.
either. That's another thing
That's
too. We
the
don't know where they at.
problem.
We don't know where they
That's a,
at.
no,
That's
no, no, but wait. But you could choose to think they are or perceive they are any way you want. Just like motherfuckers choose to believe and perceive heaven and hell, and nobody knows if that shit exists, right? So
hey,
the
nah,
same
So
you
if
way,
you
you
so
can use
hang
your
on. So
you're right. You're right. It's
no.
imagination.
delusion though.
You
So
can
it's
use it
All
to
delusion
get
either
right,
you
all
in
way,
the
right.
right
right?
space.
So we're gonna go this hard with it.
Or
Okay,
you could be
cool.
a bitch ass
So if
nigga.
your
Something up to
kid,
you.
if your kids were to die tomorrow, would you shed a fucking
No, why
tear?
would I?
because you lost your
What would I?
baby,
Oh my
and they died before
god.
you,
Most
and you
people
could
don't
protect
I
have
them.
can't I
kids,
can't
honey.
move forward
Most
with this.
people
She
can't
wouldn't,
have
bro. She's
kids.
strong.
I
A
can't move
lot of
forward with
women
this.
wasn't able to see their kids grow up and even make it to the age my kids
I
are
Now
can't
at.
even.
A
most
lot of
people
bitches
can't.
had
This is all
miscarriages. I'm sorry.
you're
I'm
so full of
grateful.
bullshit. You can't
I'm
even
very
smell
And
it.
she
grateful.
numbed herself,
You're
bro.
mad because you're weak and you allow the world to control you instead of controlling
No,
yourself. And it's
no
okay.
Hey,
vulnerability
It's
is
Ke-
not a
okay.
hey,
weakness, and
Kelly,
There's
that you're
nothing
Kelly,
not
wrong
gonna
with
Kelly,
that. I'm
twist
Kelly.
me
just
and
being
believing
honest
that
with
it
you.
is.
Hey, Kelly, you've been through a lot of shit, huh?
Oh, I had a whole lot.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
yeah, you're
unnecessarily
numb, bro.
like
To get to this point,
No,
you have
I'm
to do
defensive.
a lot of shit.
intelligent because my dad, see, me, a
No,
lot of
you're
people didn't have a
unnecessarily
father or their
defensive.
father was a bitch ass nigga. I get it. But I had a father, right?
Vulnerability is
I
your
had a
biggest
father.
fear.
No, it's not about vulnerability. It's about your
It is.
thoughts. It's about you controlling your thoughts, taking accountability for your own thoughts, and therefore controlling your emotions. Period.
So you're a control freak, and your biggest fear is vulnerability. You
No,
gotcha.
I could be I'm vulnerable on this app every single day.
That's
You
psychology.
sound
That's
illiterate.
psychology 101.
No, I'm
And now, but
vulnerable on
control.
this app every day. Nice try, though. You got to try to psychoanalyze somebody when they're
No,
not drunk
Hey,
enough.
controlling emotions is not suppressing them though. Too, you know what I'm saying? You got you.
no, I'm not saying that.
And I'm not talking about. I'm not talking to you. You know, it's like you go. Everybody feels them. Everybody feels the emotions, right? So if you're strong enough to, you know what I mean, control your physical when you go through a loss, hey, kudos.
No,
Control
You
your
about to ascend to heaven.
that's not strength. That's
the
You
avoidance.
about to
mind controls the body.
Strength
The
is
body doesn't
embracing them
control the
because
Bro,
you
mind.
know
strong
that
is
going
actually niggas.
through those, right? Like you build up calluses because you have to go through that. Everyone does that. Every fucking person on the goddamn earth goes through that. So I'm sorry, Brittany, but for you to pretend to be this person that just so basically you have no fucking feelings at all.
but you can't
No,
carry
no,
it though,
no. I
bro. You
didn't
can't
say
carry it,
I
bro.
don't have feelings. What I'm telling you is I choose my emotions. If I want to feel angry, I
That's a
will
lie.
feel angry. If I want to be silly, I will be silly. If I want to be
No,
happy,
you
Eh,
I
don't.
will feel
eh,
You don't.
happy.
eh.
You
I don't see any
no.
logical reason for me to
No,
feel
you don't
sad.
choose your emotions because
Therefore, I don't choose to feel
your
sad.
emotions,
Well,
Wrong.
see,
That's
and you
wrong.
have
no,
no
your
self
emotions are
control
the
clearly,
seed.
which is why you're talking over me the entire time. Although I've
Well, yeah,
obviously
because
didn't
you're
speak
talking
over you.
bullshit.
So
You're
you see
talking
how that
bullshit.
works? No, but you're high and drunk, right? So you really
No,
have
I'm
no
not.
control over
Okay, all
yourself. You
right,
have an
And look, and
addiction,
look, and look, and look, and
right?
look.
So that's the
And look,
difference.
you control your emotional
all right. That's
responses.
cool.
You can't control the emotions you feel. You control your emotional
You can
response.
control your
Exactly, because
emotions.
emotions turn into
Yes, you
thoughts, which
can control
create
the emotions you feel.
feeling,
You heard of
the
fight.
feelings,
You
and
heard of
then
fight or flight.
You can control the emotions you feel by controlling
Okay.
your thoughts. If you choose to perceive something in a happy way, in a positive way, in a silly way, in a whatever. If you went to a
no, you
funeral
can
and
only
you choose,
control
hold on.
how
If you
you
went to a
physically
funeral and
Hey,
you
react to
there's a
the
choose,
lot.
thoughts that
There's a
you
okay,
lion
put
in
I'm
into
front
gonna
of you, a
drag you
hungry
down
existence.
because
lion.
you
Looking
keep
at his
talking over me,
chops.
bro.
You could choose to
It's
be
Jesus
too
happy.
much.
You gonna be scared as
Christ.
It's
fuck.
too
You gonna
much.
have fear. You can't control that.
What? If what you
Yeah.
say?
A hungry lion is in front of you. You can't choose to
Of
be
course
happy and
you
fearless.
can. Of course you can.
Oh my God.
Of
Are you?
course you can. Will it have a good outcome?
Um.
But at the end of the day, anything you want to feel, all you have to do is control your thoughts, which will control your
So,
emotions.
so
It's
lie to
that
Which
yourself.
simple.
So lie to yourself.
your
Sorry.
emotions create your thoughts, which are directly
No, your
correlated to
emotions
the
don't create your thoughts. That's
actions.
backwards. And I have science to
Yes,
prove
they
that. Don't
do. Every
bullshit me.
thought is started with an
Sorry.
That
emotion.
ain't true. That
Goddamn,
ain't true.
Sorry.
Google
Nice
it.
try, but sorry.
No, they do.
Your brain controls your emotions. It's not the other way
You
around.
could be
Your
Well,
brain
maybe I got
controls
that
your
right.
emotions.
Yeah,
you could be
you're right.
rational or
You have a
emotional. You could be
thought.
rational.
It creates an emotion. You're okay. You're right on that. Yeah. See, then thoughts.
So control your thoughts, be intentional with your thoughts, and you will control your emotions.
You are
It's
not the
not
Dalai.
rocket
You are
science.
not the Dalai
Well,
Lama.
you can't control your thought if it just comes in here. Like if I punch you in the face, are you gonna be like,
There's
"Oh,
no
thank you"?
thoughts that just come
No,
in.
you're gonna be pissed as fuck, and
No,
then
no,
you gotta
no,
check
no, no,
yourself.
no, no. It's just, see, that's
What?
the thing. When
You
you control
crazy?
your emotions, why would I be pissed? Because you want me to be pissed? That's silly. I'd be pissed if I want to be pissed, right? I don't have to say anything. You punch me in my face. I could just calmly
Jesus
walk away,
Christ,
which
I
would be
can't.
shocking,
This
go
is
get a knife, come back, and take your manhood with a knife. Very simple. It doesn't have to be all of this dramatic, emotional, screaming, yelling, crazy shit. It just doesn't.
Kelly, you're trying to outsmart a white guy. This guy's white. Come on.
Jesus Christ.
your
The
initial reaction
sarcasm
if I
is
punch you in
killing
the
me.
face is not gonna be to want to hug me.
What'd you say?
If I punch you in the face, your initial reaction is not going to be to hug
No,
me.
my initial reaction would be to stop, really think about the situation,
No,
and
what's your no
say,
no no no?
okay,
No,
like I
that you're
just
talking about your
said,
reaction
like
to
I
your
just
initial
said,
reaction. What's your
I
initial
know a
reaction?
lot of men who would
You're
find
gonna do
you
some. You're
very
gonna want to do some
attractive
hood rat
and
shit.
wouldn't take no
You know
for an
you
answer.
are.
Hey,
No,
watch your
hold
language,
on.
boy.
I know a
I
lot
said
of
hood
men.
rat shit. I didn't say the N
Hold,
word.
hold on,
Calm
hold on, hold
down.
on. I know a lot of men who would find you very attractive and wouldn't take no for an answer. And I just contact them and tell them to meet me right at this spot and drop the location. That's all. And then what I gotta be angry for?
Um,
And then you
That
become
doesn't.
then
That's
you
not what I'm
become
talking
Miss
about. I'm talking
Jordan
about in the
overnight.
moment.
And
In the
I
moment.
feel all
I
better.
punch you in the face. I punch you.
hey,
In, say I duck you
I
in
know
the
some real,
face.
I know some stone
How
cold
you feeling?
murderers, bro, who cried, bro, because he had a flashback and
Yeah, you're.
he said he could taste the blood. I mean, you know
See
what I'm
his
saying? Like he
imagination?
cried.
Yeah.
See his imagination? His imagination is so
The fuck, this nigga.
vast that he could taste the blood, but it's not vast enough for him to think happy thoughts to be able to smile. Get the fuck out of here. What we talking about? That
Hey,
proved my point.
You
Kelly,
crazy?
you just
You
literally showed.
can't. I
Hold up,
can't with you.
hold
You're
up, Kelly.
just.
You just literally showed how you use your emotion. You said if somebody punched you in the face, you're gonna drop the location and have somebody else handle it.
No,
You
no,
just
no, no, no.
Emotional.
used your
That was
That's
emotion.
not
emotional
what I said.
response.
That was the motion
No,
decision.
no, 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 no.
Mm.
That's not what I said. I
It's
said that
No,
I
that's
would.
what you said.
No,
We
no,
all
no,
heard it.
no, no, no. Hold on. That's not what I said. What I said was I would stop, I would think, and then I would say, "Whoa, I know
Okay,
some
well, what
guys."
if I
Hold
keep
on,
coming at you? What am
hold
I
on,
gonna
hold
punch you and
on.
just
I
stand there and be like,
said,
hey, what do you think about that?
I said, I know some guys who would think you're very cute and will not take no for an answer, and then you
what?
become Miss Jordan that night.
Oh my
That's
So
what
so
I
you gonna get somebody
said.
killed?
god.
You gonna jeopardize somebody's life then?
No, 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 no. They're not gonna kill him. They're gonna fuck him in his ass until he becomes Miss
No, no,
Jordan.
no, no. What if they get
That's
killed though?
what
What
I
if they get
said.
killed? What if they get killed?
No, they're gonna
Oh,
get killed,
guess what? Que sera, sera. That's none of my
and
business,
it's
right?
all your fault.
You.
That's
It's all
none of
your
my
fault.
business,
It's
right?
all
I
your
just
It
try
is.
fault.
to
It
get
is
my
because
some
point
you're
across. What?
accomplice. You the mastermind.
Not my
Yeah.
problem.
It's all
I
your
don't
fault
know. You're
because you can't control your
diabolical.
because you can't control your emotions.
Wait, how is that
Now you
not
got
being
somebody
able
killed.
to control an emotion by sitting there
Because you send someone to
and
their death.
saying, okay, this is what we're gonna do. So once
It's
I
not
do that,
logical.
then what's the problem?
It's not logical.
No, because you're literally looking at it as like I punch
Why
you in the
would they
face and
die? Why
you're
would
gonna
they
take a
die
step
from
back and be like,
fucking him in
okay,
the butt?
well,
I'm very
let me
confused.
think about it. Like I'm not gonna keep coming at you. You
Yeah,
know,
you
I'm just
don't
No,
gonna
have to
the
take
keep
you and be
coming
like,
at
all
me.
right,
They
I'm
just
gonna let
gonna
this
try to
bitch
get
figure
you
out what the fuck
pregnant.
she's
I
gonna
no,
just
do
know some
next.
dudes
the
that would
one,
think you cute and want to try to get you pregnant. That's all.
bro, the one getting fucked,
Bro, I feel bad for how life's gonna
the
fuck
one
you.
that is finna get, the one that's supposedly finna get fucked is gonna kill the person that's trying to fuck him. That's what
Yeah,
we're
no,
saying.
but what I'm letting you know is the boys that I know, really big boys, they don't take no for an answer, and they're very forceful, right? So they'll definitely just
But they're
take this
not men,
manhood, and that'll be
apparently.
the end of the story.
And guess what?
And he'll become Miss Jordan
Two two threes go
and
through
wear
houses.
tutus and pocketbooks with lipstick from then
Hey,
on.
two
That's
two three,
all.
Jesus
two threes go
Christ.
through houses.
I'm done.
That's okay. And big dicks go through asses.
And Glocks go through
Ain't
barrels
no time
sometimes.
to get a Glock when you're saying, Daddy, oh, ain't no time.
Shit, if you carry your Glock all the time, then you got enough time.
Just hold on to your balls. Hold on to your balls. Close your eyes. It'll be all right. It'll be over
What
soon.
am I waking up to,
What
yo?
up, Shelly?
Yo, what's up?
You said waking up to it.
Yo, that's the best comeback I ever heard in my life. Hmm.
I ain't never seen somebody fall asleep on Clubhouse and then
Oh,
wake
come
back up.
on. Yes, you have.
I swear, and wake back up and just talk like what?
Happens all the
That's
time.
new to me.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
Oh, you missed so much, Melly. You missed a bunch of people who have no idea how they can control their emotions. You missed conversations that clashed. I don't know if you was up for that with Phil. It's been a wait till you hear the replay. It's been wild.
Oh yeah, I opened up the room today.
Hmm.
Oh, but now I heard a little bit of Phil. Phil got man that, but see that's another one I want. Look, because I've been in and out, and I heard DJ in here. said you fucked that girl life up.
She did. Yeah, she was funny. Phil was a jerk, and yeah, that was the thing. That was the thing. Let me ask you, Smelly. I know you're just waking up, but you think you can control your emotions, or you think your emotions control you?
Hmm. Controlling my emotions or emotions control me. Now I would think you control your emotions. You don't have to act on them, right?
You don't think you control them?
No, I said no. I think we control our emotions. I don't because we don't have to act on them. You might.
But can you control feeling them in the first place? Like, can you dictate what
Well,
emotion you
yeah,
feel?
yeah, yeah. But you like have to train
A
yourself for that.
100%.
Yeah, I don't think people try to, but
The
yeah, people
argument,
do it all the time.
the debate was that people don't need to cry. That's what she said. She said people can go a whole life without crying. She said you don't need to. Like it's not helpful.
So the way I explained it was if you choose to think, obviously our thoughts control our emotions. So if you choose to think about something positive or something happy and perceive it in a happy way, there's no way you're going to cry. For instance, if someone dies, instead of focusing on a loss, if you focus on how grateful you are, how happy and appreciative you are to have had them in your life, all of the great things that happen, a tear will not fall because you will not be sad. You'll be grateful. You'll be joyous. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, well, I understand that, but see, that's like me. I'm a little bit different. I For me, I think my focus is acceptance, and so I know that death is a part of life. And so some people at funerals they just don't cry because they already know it's a part of it. They're comfortable. Their families, talk about it. They're prepared for it when it comes. So yeah, there's a lot of people that just don't cry about certain things that everybody else cries about. I mean, some people like Kelly was saying, some people when they're at the funeral, I mean, they appreciate the time they had with the person, Like I think it's ridiculous when someone says, oh man, the Lord took her too soon. I'm like, your grandma was 99. How long she supposed to stay here, sir? Come on now.
So this
You
crazy.
knew grandma was going.
Hey, but when fear kicks in, which is an emotion, sometimes it'll save your life. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta acknowledge that you gotta regulate the emotion. You can't control it when it hits though. You can't control it.
You control it before it hits. That's what I'm saying to you. Because you control your thoughts and your thoughts control your
They
emotions.
say
Do you get it?
they say if you want peace, prepare for war, right? That ain't be calm. That's be vigilant. That's understand it's real and you can lose your life. You know what I'm saying? Not don't be afraid, but be understand, be a proactive type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Kelly, if your son or daughter, no, God forbid, but if you have a child that passes away, you're probably going to cry, bro, because
You
you're not,
all have said that. This is y'all's third time saying that to me. Y'all realize that, right?
bro. You're not. Nobody's expecting that. Like, come on, man. How can you
I
prepare for
didn't
that shit,
say
bro?
if you're, I'm going to tell you how. Because if you associate death or having someone's funeral or attending someone's funeral to meaning that they was in your life and they added a massive amount of value, and most people don't have that, and you're grateful and you're appreciative and you think about all of the great things that came from that person, how are you sad about that? You won't be. You're sad because you choose to be sad. Think about this for a second. Anybody in this world who chooses to sit there and say, oh, I lost them, one. Number two, I will never see their smile ever again. I will never hear their voice. I will never feel it. That's going to make anybody cry. That makes sense. So since you know that, why the fuck would you go down that road and choose to think about those things when you could think about these things and feel like this?
How,
Come
how about this? How
on,
about
bro.
this? Hey, I love that person. They did so much for me. I'm so grateful that they crossed my path. I love them so much. That'll make you drop a tear
No,
too.
it doesn't make you drop it. Well, okay, if that'll make you drop a tear, I can't judge you for that, right? But for me, thinking about all of the great things, I can't. Who would I be to cry? And at the end of the day, I think most people cry when people die for selfish reasons. Oh, I wish they were still here with me. I wish they could make me feel something. I wish they, right? But if you just love them for them, if you just appreciate them for even being in your life, how do you be sad?
Bro, no, that's not true, bro. Cause look, you can feel bad. Cause look, when my brother passed away, my brother was 24. When he died, bro, like I was sad. I wasn't sad. It wasn't about me. It was about him. Like I felt bad for him. Like I was like, damn. Even though like I wasn't as knowledgeable enough to know about like you feel me. I was still young. I was probably like 20 years old. So I didn't really have real belief in like the afterlife and like God and stuff like that. Like so I wasn't as knowledgeable about that stuff. So in my head, I'm thinking, I'm like, damn, like you feel me, like bro, he didn't even get to finish his life. You feel me, like, and he was already like kind of like going through it like when he was alive. So I kind of was like, damn, bro, like you feel me, like it kind of hurt me that he lost his life. You feel me, like he didn't get to finish living his life and having and seeing his kids and you feel me. So like I felt bad for him. That's why I cried. It's not always a selfish reason, bro. Like
No, I get that. I get that. And I respect that. But if you listen to all of the thought processes that you just went down, that equals sadness. That makes sense that you would cry about that, right? What I'm saying is, instead of me focusing on that, I'd be like, wow, man, he left me behind kids. If you want to be selfish, he left behind kids that I could raise, that I could be a part of their lives. I still have a piece of him on this earth. That's incredible. I'm appreciative. I'm so grateful that he did that. Imagine if he didn't, and I have no piece of him left besides what's in me. This is special. This is amazing. You get what I'm saying? Like choosing to look at things in a way that'll make you happy is gonna make you happy. There's
So you
no
have
way
no,
around it.
so you have no empathy
How is that?
or
How is it
sympathy,
not?
but
Just I can have empathy for a person and not cry with them. That's silly,
no, I ain't talking about
right?
crying. I'm talking about emotions, though. You know what I'm saying? Emotions are
I have
emotions.
emotions. I just choose them. I choose that. Y'all do too. You just not acknowledging that you're the one choosing your emotions, but y'all choose your emotions too.
Kelly,
That's all.
I think you need to get a good cry in tonight.
Yeah, no, thank you. I love being happy, and I love having deep conversations, and I love people because I think people are super valuable. So I talk to people like y'all, and I enjoy that, and I get great pleasure out of doing such. So, no thanks.
But I think you forgot how beautiful it feels to cry. Like, imagine you know when you was a baby and when you was a kid and you got whooped and you cried for a whole 30 minutes straight, and then you had the best sleep in the world after you cried. I think you need to have that feeling again.
Right, extra cry.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I choose to get in an extra laugh, an extra smile. Could you imagine if I sat here and was like, man, I've been living 38 years and I spent one of them years crying, 10 of them years crying,
Hey,
30 of them years
it's
crying?
called
That's some
duality. It's called
asshole shit.
duality.
No, thank you.
If there's no
No
sorrow, there's no
duality.
joy. If there's no sorrow,
Yeah,
there's no
that's
joy, though.
not true. That's
Okay.
not true.
If
That's
there's no
what they
up, there's
teach
no
us as
down.
black people. That's what they teach us as black people.
No,
You don't have to
these
go
are
through that.
universal laws, though. This is a
No, no, no,
universal
no,
law.
no. But it's not, right?
Yeah.
Because life can be
Okay.
however
Okay.
you desire it to
Can't make them
be.
drink.
And if you choose to look at something as being pain or being negative, that's what it would be. Period. It's that
No,
simple.
no, because
But if you
sometimes
choose
pain
to
is
look at
necessary
everything in a
for.
positive way,
No, no.
then
Listen.
your whole life is positive.
Sometimes
What is
pain is
that?
necessary for growth, though.
No,
Sometimes
it's
pain
not.
is
It's never
necessary.
necessary for
Okay.
growth.
Okay.
It's not.
I
I'm
mean, I don't know
sorry.
nothing. I'm
It's
learning.
not.
I like that. I like that. I like that concept, but I never experienced that.
Because you
So
chose not
maybe I
to.
gotta be more. I gotta be more happy. I gotta choose to be more happy.
You choose to be happy, acknowledge that you're the one that
Hey,
controls it, and you'll be perfectly fine. Most people depend on others
hey,
for their happiness. That's why
hey,
they're miserable.
could y'all peep my PTR? Is that a cool little fit I got on?
Nah, it's not. It ain't
18
nothing.
not safe for work. Ace Rico, what you
You're not
think?
fuck, you're not fucking with it.
It says 18 plus not safe for work.
Oh
This
shit.
nigga want me to look at his outfit, man. Listen, man, the whole thing about all the crying shit, I think that dude is right because you know what? Some people different though, Kelly. I mean, like myself, I always had to learn the hard way. Like, somebody could tell me, I could read it in a book and actually learn it and know what to do, but action was needed for me. You know what I'm saying? So I think that some people that learn the hard way, I think pain is growth. You got to learn from your lessons. So a hard headed motherfucker need to learn from their lessons, though. A motherfucker that's hard headed, though, you know.
I respect it. I just don't share the same thoughts.
Everybody can't be Dalai Lama though, so
You don't have to be the Dalai Lama. You just have to acknowledge that you're the one controlling your emotions because you control your thoughts.
So you ain't, so you don't believe in Jesus? You don't believe in
Not at
God?
all. It's very logical to me.
yeah, that's
So when
cool.
you first of all, God is
Hey, no,
100%
no,
real.
no,
I'm
no.
just
You
gonna
can't
like,
convince them. You can't make them drink, man. Cause
uh,
she's very spiritual. I see God in her. But listen, if she does, it's in her way. So you don't do that.
no, I see. I admire her strength, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do admire her
I think
strength.
it's cap. I
You
hate
know,
Kappa stuff.
I don't think she capped me,
Big
but
Kappa.
You can think that, that's fine. But
I think
I
she's
can
just.
tell you why I don't believe God exists.
Why do you not believe God is
Who
real?
cares,
Okay.
man?
So let's listen.
No, I want to know. I want to know.
Let's
I
learn
want to know.
something really quickly, right? Even your Bible speaks about when you die, you're going somewhere for an eternity. The problem with that is, in order to go somewhere for an eternity, that means you have to be eternal. Eternal means you have no beginning and no end. If you didn't have a beginning, you couldn't have been created and therefore can't have a creator. Now that's Bible. Let's move on over to science. In science, energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed,
And why is
which means
that?
that something that can't be created cannot have a
Where the
creator.
energy come from,
So
though? Where
now,
the energy come
hold one
from?
second. One second. Oh, yeah, I'm going to tell you. So something that cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed, has always been.
Who made that rule? Who made that
Right?
rule?
You're not listening. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's in your Bible and it's also in science. So both of them correlate with that,
No,
right?
no, that
First
that
of all,
that that
first
is
of
not
all,
in the Bible.
Hold on. Why are we interrupting me?
It
okay,
ain't
You
the
in
getting
Bible.
scared? You
Just
getting
okay,
do
the
it.
scared?
Bible, the
No, just
Bible.
make
Don't
it
get
do.
scared.
Okay, the Bible is man made. I never said that the
Okay,
Bible.
no. I'm just giving you two things, two sources, right? So if we think about it, absolutely everything we've seen in life. Now we're going to reality. Absolutely everything we've seen in life, we have never witnessed anything be created. Hear me out. A lot of people would like to say their mother and father created them. That's not what happened. Sperm was already in your father's nutsack, and your mother's eggs were in her since a fetus. Okay? Those two energies came together and transformed into a fetus. So, again, since we've been seeing transformation since the beginning of time, all around us and everything, nobody invents something brand new without taking energy that already exists and transforming it. We know that that must be the truth. So if
It's not.
that is the case, if that is the case, there is
Bro,
no creator. Very simple.
It sounds like a law that's it can't be disobeyed. It sounds like something that is was put into play that has to be executed.
Something can't be put into play that didn't start. Get it? If something
Yeah,
cannot be
yeah. So
created, it cannot have a creator. Get it?
yeah,
hey,
I
hey, you ever
agree.
thought?
The energy came from somewhere, right? Or just it was just
It's
out
a
of nowhere.
transformation. It has always existed. It will always exist. And it is going to continually transform
Yeah, that's
infinitely
called the
with
all.
no
That's called the
beginning
all. It's
and
called the
no
all. Yeah, it's
end.
called the all.
With no beginning and no
No
end.
end. Yeah, that's Bible too.
Yeah, that's our bodies too.
I
That's
agree.
us
All right,
too. So we God too.
Kelly, check it out.
Yep, yep.
You ever
We're an
thought?
extension of God. Yeah.
Kelly, check it out.
So then if that's the
Have
case, then God wasn't created, right?
He
You
wasn't.
see how it gets sticky? Okay, so if God wasn't created, then we couldn't have been started. If we are a part of an energy
Hey,
that has always existed, wait a minute, and always will exist infinitely, it never started and it could have never created. Get
Hey,
it?
hey, the power that you have of
No,
control of
hopefully.
emotions, that's God. You feel what I'm saying? So you understand the
Yeah, that's just
concept.
an opinion. There's no science or nothing to back anything you're saying. You're just speaking. And
And
I
you
respect
you
it.
have no science either. You have no
I
science
do.
either.
I just presented science. What do you mean?
Prove that. You can't
I
prove that.
can. Would you like me to post a link on it?
You say energy. You would just say
Energy
energy.
cannot be
It,
created or
it can't be
destroyed. It
controlled.
only transforms. Would you like
It
me to
only
post proof?
transfers. I understand that, but you can't prove that. You could put a link up and they could tell you some words, but you can't
I
show me
can
that.
show you that. Do me a favor. Go in your bathroom, turn on the light, and look in the mirror. There's your
Eh,
proof. You
No,
came
no,
from
no.
sperm and an egg that already existed. You
All
were
right,
not created out of thin air. I'm sorry, you wasn't.
show me when a dead when a person is dead and there's is no animation. Show me where the energy goes.
Obviously, we know where the energy goes. Their thermal energy
I
goes
don't
into
know.
the
I don't know.
atmosphere. Hold on. Their thermal energy goes into the atmosphere as far as their body is decomposed and eaten by worms and other animals. Some gets turned into fertilizer, turns into grass. Animals eat the grass. People eat the animal. It's a loop. It's just a transformation of energy. Energy doesn't disappear. That's not how life works. It's a transformation.
I got a question. I got a question. Because I hear energy cannot be destroyed in the paperwork, and I did the research on it. At one point, they were saying the Earth was flat. Then they said it was round. Which one do I go with?
Oh, I can't speak to whether the earth is flat or round.
Whichever one you
So
choose.
now I say that to say this. Because they haven't understand how to destroy energy, how can they make the statement? Because see, in a position when they start to learn how that energy can be destroyed on certain levels, do they then turn around and then you do we recamp our statement about what we're saying, or how does that work?
Oh, that's great. Okay, so let's think about it, right? So, let's go with the destroy theory because I've heard people say this. People say if we're hit with a nuke, that we will be destroyed. No. Here's the beauty of it. We actually kind of hope we get hit with a nuke. Hear me out. If that happens, our energy, our neutrons would disconnect from the cells. That's the only time, and we will become light. And as you know, when you become light, or anything that's light in general, travels at the speed of light, right? And it's infinite. So
Are you
again,
certain?
you
Are
wait,
you
wait,
certain, or
wait.
is that a
Now,
hypothesis?
some may look at that as being destroyed, but in reality, it's not. You just transformed into
Are you
light.
gonna be
It's a
conscious? Are you gonna have the
transformation.
same consciousness?
So they're saying there isn't a God. There is no God, is what's being said.
That's my theory. There's no God.
You're
Because
Well,
God.
well,
You're
would
God,
you
man.
like to hear my theory?
There's a God. There's a God. There's a God. There's a
Okay,
God.
so our
Hey,
bodies
can I,
contain
re- can I
energy that cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed. That's number one. Number
let me
two,
respond? Can I
as
respond
far
to
as
it?
he just asked me a question.
But you said sperm. You
I
said
don't.
sperm. Yes, that's created. It was created there, right?
No, it's not created. The sperm is already in the man's nuts and the eggs are already in the woman. They come together and they transform into a fetus. It's not created. That's not how that works. It's a transformation. We see it all around us. But for some reason, people call their parents their creator. It's just a bunch of
It's
idiots.
creation.
But hear me out.
Okay.
So, again, and the Bible speaks about you either going to heaven or hell for an eternity. The
I'm not
problem
coming
is,
from a religious standpoint when I ask is there a God. I
no, no,
don't
no,
want
no.
to
I didn't say
religious
you
emotion
were.
over
I
it.
didn't say you were. I just spoke on one was reality, two was science, and now I'm going to the Bible just for the sake of it. The Bible
No, you
speaks
don't
on
believe
either
in it. You
going.
can't talk.
Why y'all interrupting me, bro? I
You
don't
can't
do
talk
this
about the
shit to
Bible. You don't
y'all.
believe in it.
I don't do this to y'all. So again, you either going to heaven or hell for an eternity. You cannot go somewhere for an eternity unless you are eternal. What is the definition of eternal? Infinite. What's the infinite definition of infinite? No beginning, no end. so again,
Energy, right? Energy,
uh,
right?
so again, we're infinite. So there's no beginning, no end, only transformation. So how could there be a creator of something that cannot be created? It's illogical.
So you believe
Well, what I would
that
say
theory?
is,
No, I don't.
You
No, 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 no. This is something that I think. Like I just said, I have no beliefs. Get it?
yeah, well, even if you think it, it becomes a theory.
Oh, but I said
and
that.
if
But
you talk, if
I
you
said that. I just said I don't have a belief.
If
I
you
just said
teach
that.
it, if you teach it, it's doctrine. After that,
I
And if
didn't teach anything. Y'all asked me about my thoughts and I shared it with y'all.
and
Is
you taught
everybody
us.
all right?
but if it's a theory and you think it and then you spew it out of your mouth, it becomes a belief because that's what you stand by. You said this is what I think. I.e., if it's proven wrong, it's just something you believe in now.
No. So again, I just shared a thought. My thought can change, evolve in the next 5 seconds, in the next 5 years, in the next 5 days. I have no standing or no hard principle on anything. They're just
But you
thoughts.
just canceled
I was asked
everybody
about my
else's thought
thoughts, so I
process
shared them.
out. You just canceled their thought
Y'all
process
love
out.
interrupting me. It's okay. I'm gonna let y'all talk. Y'all got it.
Wait, can I respond to what you said? Like, I didn't even get to respond. I'm the one that asked you about the God thing, and I didn't even get to respond.
Of course. I'm sorry for you being interrupted the whole time.
All right, bet. So I'm gonna tell you why God is real. I don't know. It's a theory that people don't talk about. It's the theory that everything has been. You feel me? Like it's a possibility that we already been here. Like everything has already been here. Like 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 just because we're so like used to the fact that everything has to be created doesn't mean everything was created. Like that doesn't mean that God was created. You feel me? Like God could have already been here. You feel me? We could have creation could have started when we started. Like on the real, like that could have been the start of creation when God created us. Could have been the start of it. God could have just. What was you gonna say?
It's a theory, though. Another theory.
Yeah, it's a theory that I forgot what it's called, but it's a theory that like the universe already everything already been here, and then like it's just been here. That's just life. There's no beginning. There's no end to it. Like how the Bible talks about. But I feel like the Bible has definitely has flaws in it because like you said, it's man made. Anything that's man made is going to be flawed. You feel me? Like it's written by man. Like so, like I believe that God did communicate with certain with the writers, but I don't think that they accurately got everything that God was trying to communicate. It's like a history book. You know what I mean? Like every history book
Yo,
in the
yo,
that we have.
yo, yo, Aaron,
What's up?
what's wrong with saying that we don't fucking know? None
And
of us.
and and the whole part about the whole God thing, let's look at it for what it is. Man said he was God. Who's to say it's bigger than that? It's so many
God said he was
corners.
God.
It's so many. Again, this is the hard part about it. This is the hard part about it. We're talking about something greater than than the orbits itself in my book. So for us to really place it in a position where it's just fluently talked about, like we got a clear understanding of something that created you, and at this point we're going to say that which he created came to a position where they operate from his position and speak about it like it makes sense is just asinine. Just for the sake of hearing it, just on a reality level, something that never operated in time that you operate in, something that literally you call a being, or you would look at from this shit is deep, man. And again, eventually motherfuckers is gonna wake up. But for right now, this God y'all talk about, motherfuckers gonna put it in a box and talk about it like it's easy work, like it's simple. This shit is some serious shit y'all talk about.
Hey, for me,
Yeah.
it's image and likeness. That's that's what triggered my belief. Image and likeness, meaning we act like and we look like. Not on that same level, but on your level, you have control over your universe. And if you don't exercise that, you're in fault. You know what I'm saying? That's my understanding. You know.
I'm gonna keep it.
I appreciate what you said, Aaron. I'm sorry, then you could go, Jay. I appreciate what you said, Aaron, right? So you said that everything has always been here. So this very similar to what I was saying, my thoughts, right? If everything has always been, everything couldn't have been created, right?
That's
Just
not
based on that
true.
logic alone.
That's not true. That's
If
So,
not true.
everything
so real
has
quick,
always been, when was the beginning when it was created?
We don't
No,
know.
During
but
the during the
that's an illogical statement,
you know what
right?
creation you know what
okay.
creation when you know what creation was? during the Big Bang Theory. That was creation.
Theory. It's a theory. It's a theory, though. It's a theory,
real,
bro.
real quick. You know, one thing I realized that how I'm gonna live my life, and I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm no longer taking on anything as a fact if I have to believe it. If I have to fantasize or wonder or make something up to make myself feel good or whatever reason, just to to satisfy my curiosity, and I just have to make it up, uh, then it's not going to be something that I'm going to take on as a fact. I'm going to wait till further evidence or wait till maybe something reveals itself. But in the meantime, I can confidently say I don't know, and that's okay. Very humbling,
Yeah,
liberating
no, I
too.
would never be humble ever in life, but I respect it. So check it out, right? So I don't know if y'all have heard of Occam's razor, but anyway, it suggests that the simplest explanation
Did you
that
say
accounts
you
for all
wouldn't be
evidence.
humble in life? I didn't hear what you said. You said it kind of fast.
Oh yeah, I would never be humble in life. Very
Oh,
arrogant person.
interesting. Life
But
will
So
do
that
it
lets
for
you
you,
know
though.
what you
Don't
up
worry.
against,
neither
Jay.
here nor there.
Don't worry.
So
Why come
I
before the
don't
Yeah,
I
fall?
don't know if
life will
y'all have
do it.
heard of
Life will
it.
do it for
Why
you.
does everybody
If
talk over me, but I respect everybody to be quiet while they're talking?
I'm
Is
sorry, I
there a
just wanted to
reason for that?
respond to what I wanted to respond to what you said.
Yeah, but would it make sense to wait till I finish talking like I do with all of you out of respect?
Well, you
Would
said
that
what
make sense?
you said those words. If you play the
No,
recording
don't
back,
worry
you
about it. You
said
got it.
those
You can talk.
words while I was talking, like you did.
You
If you
muted
play the
your
recording
mic,
back,
so wouldn't it make sense
I
that you were done
how
talking?
the recording wouldn't be able to reveal that now, would it? That's very clever.
It would, but okay. Just like you muted it just now.
They can't control the
I
emotions.
see.
Oh, that's a
Emotional.
lie.
If I can
You don't
let
know me
go.
long enough, brother.
I've
I'm
known
not talking
you
about you.
quite long enough to know you can't control your
Oh,
emotions.
Oh, look.
I've been through 6 months of boot camp, something that you could never do. So I'm pretty sure that I can.
6 months of boot camp. You better take it easy, Smelly.
Six
Oh,
months,
oh my
six
God, six
months
months.
of boot
Oh,
camp, six
oh
months of
my
Oh,
boot
God,
yes,
camp,
six
sir.
months
and
of boot camp. Oh
you
my
couldn't
gosh, that's
control
so hard.
yourself. You could not control yourself just then, though. In 6 months of boot camp, you could control the conversation right then.
He said 6 months of boot camp. I've been in the streets for 8 years, my guy. Come on.
That's it. That's it. That's all.
You got to do boot camp anyway. I went to alternative school. I mean, you got to do boot
Hey,
camp
boot camp
anyway.
is submission, my nigga.
I think boot camp pretty
Self
standard.
control.
It's sergeant control.
And he's soft. To brag to flex about 6 months of boot camp, you soft, bro.
Okay.
So now we going to attack mode, is what you saying?
He shouldn't have said that
Hey,
though.
don't take don't
Six
don't
months of boot camp.
don't take the bait. I never
I
did. I
mean,
never did it, so I can't
it's
speak
pretty
on it.
much
I never did it.
you know why you're attacking it now, right? Because you realize that it's a world class sign of discipline. So you understand that what it means. So now you have no choice but to attack it because you tried to attack my discipline and self control. So now that you've heard that information, now you're stuck and you have to figure out how to rationalize that. It's
If
okay.
you say Ramadan,
You
I'll be
deal
like,
with that.
okay.
You figure that out.
If
And while you figuring that out, I'll leave you to your own vices and sickness. All right, take care.
You could have said
He
something
took a
like
L.
Yeah,
I
it's
beat
called a
cancer.
W.
Look,
Pretty
Come
look,
on,
look.
man,
J.
You
give me
hear
more
him
props.
talking? He couldn't even control himself. He said he was leaving, and then he
It's
didn't
called
leave because I
responding.
said something. And I
We're in a
knew I could
conversation.
control him, and I knew he
It's
would
called
speak over me.
responding.
You see how easy it is to
No,
control a
no,
brother
it's
with
called
no self
responding.
control?
And another
I
thing I'm going to
have
do too
control of
is
you.
I'm going to
Kelly,
block
now
you so
he's
that I can have you
crashing
speak.
out. Now
Bad.
he's
Yeah.
crashing out.
Oh yeah.
Six
He's
months
Block
of
you
crashing
think
boot
now.
out.
happy
camp.
thoughts, think happy thoughts,
Diabolical, and
bro.
we're going to
Think
we're going to
happy
have
thoughts.
You need
peace.
another 6 months,
There you
sir.
go. I'll never see you
You
again.
Oh,
need
I'll
go,
another
never
go,
year of
talk
go,
to
boot
you
camp.
again
go, go.
Jay,
and
6 months
never
of
see
boot
you
camp.
again.
now he
Isn't that
never
great?
wants to talk to
Isn't
us
that
again
great? It's
because of a
amazing, right? I'll
disagreement.
block all of you, boom, just like I
Wow.
blocked
I
Now
thought
the
you
he's
other
was
cutting us
gentleman.
off because
leaving.
of a simple
I
disagreement.
hate long
All right.
goodbyes.
I'm marking you now
I
so that I
hate
never
long
have to run into you
goodbyes.
again. Take care. Have a
I
good day.
hate long
Oh,
goodbyes.
don't,
Take care.
don't.
I hate
Have a
long
good life.
goodbyes. What is
Hey,
this?
live long and
Oh,
prosper.
I've been to 6 months of boot camp. I'm big and bad and tough.
I got discipline, goddamn it.
I got
You know
discipline.
what's weird though is he was following me before, so it clearly wasn't an issue before. He been in this room plenty of times. I remember him, but just that quick, he wants to never speak to us again, cut us off, Never talk to us again because of this
We
disagreement.
we we,
That's wild.
we ain't ping his ass in here. Nothing. You
So he went
chose
through boot. He went through boot camp, but can't handle a disagreement.
emotional
That's
responses.
crazy.
Emotional responses. See, and look, that's a prime example right there. When emotion hits, you can't always control it, man. You just gotta react.
No, he couldn't control himself. He had no discipline. He just was speaking. I have discipline. I have self control, but he spoke over
Hey,
everyone.
I just see.
And he didn't. He even listen. He didn't even have control over his own actions because he said he was gonna
Uh,
leave and then didn't leave because he felt controlled by what I said. Like he had to stay and say something.
hey, but I seen people push your buttons, my nigga. I seen
No,
it.
see, that's what you're not understanding. So I
Oh my god.
enjoy, now I'm just being honest and being transparent. I enjoy being like rowdy and angry and wilding out. I like crashing out sometimes. It's fun. I'm not going to lie. Maybe that's toxic. That's okay. But that's how
It's
I
not
am.
happy.
So I choose, mind you, a lot of people say a lot of disrespectful things to me, but I choose who to disrespect back. So it's a choice.
But why would I choose to be angry in a
Because anger is
negative?
fun.
No, it's not.
It is to me.
See what I'm saying? This is crazy. Are you kidding me?
I'm dead serious. It's not fun to be angry.
Are are you trolling
I'm
me?
dead serious. When I watch football, when I watch boxing, I lose my voice. I be screaming at the TV. I be wilding. That's
And there,
fun. It's fun being angry. What the fuck is he doing? I
and
love
there's
that.
rules in both of
I love
them sports that you just mentioned. There's rules,
What does that
that you
mean?
must adhere to. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But what does that mean?
it means everything. It means you enjoy just commentating,
I enjoy screaming at the players that can't hear me, knowing they can't hear me. I think it's funny.
pointless yelling. Okay,
What
we
are
like
you
what we
doing?
like.
Take his fucking head off. I love that.
So you get emotional for no reason.
No, I choose to be angry. I choose to scream. I think that's fun. I think it's dope after a boxing match like that Mike Tyson shit. Man, I screamed so much, but I had a great time and I lost my voice when it was done. That was wonderful.
If you like it, I love it, my nigga. But, hey,
I'd rather do that than cry. Feel me? The Super Bowl? Bruh. Are we finally going to sleep?
let it cry.
No, please stop crying. Please choose better.
Hey, this shit is so disingenuous.
Okay, I respect it. Schmelly, what are your thoughts? Are you gonna boom it? You gonna stay up? Schmelly left us.
Nah. We can boom it. You about to go?
Yeah. Are we gonna you know what title we're gonna do tomorrow? I had mad ideas throughout the room and I didn't write none of them down.
I don't know what. Let's see. You got
I
ideas?
had some, but I forgot them. So, but as they come back to me or I get new ones, I'm gonna type them in the chat. So then tomorrow, whenever you on, we could just open something up as a pregame or whatever you want to do.
Okay, cool. That's what's up. I'm gonna do the same thing too, because I keep letting myself forget them.
Oh, and I watched
Oh,
that
y'all finna
movie.
boom?
What did you think about it?
Man, why you had me watch that movie? That was crazy. That was they did Jill Scott dirty, bro.
If that movie don't, but that now you see why people be mad at Tyler Perry, because it's kind of like, damn, black folk drama, damn, So
Yeah, he went really hard like that, man. Yeah, that was a wild movie. That was wild. I do want to see part
we good.
two.
Oh yeah, you might need to watch part two.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that probably now and then take it down, go to sleep.
Yeah, please watch that. Mike can come up with a topic based off it because them two movies got a lot of questions in them
They
alone.
do. They do. Yeah, I'm ready. I'll be ready tomorrow. But yeah, hit me up.
All
Good
right.
night, y'all. Thanks for coming.
All right, good night, y'all. Peace.
Risque behavior.